that would make this solid gold. Not just gold, but
we'll do it.
gold.
My dad is crossing his finger.
Okay. Now we're going to be quiet, and now we're going to start the show.
3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen of the Trail Show Nation, we bring to you tonight an audio clip from Matteo Di Lorenzo's age 5 first base jump.
Hey, Max. So how long have you been into base jumping?
Ever since I moved to Moab, I've always kind of mocked the discipline, but then I moved here. And a friend took me for a jump, and since then I've been hooked. My new gig is taking families like yours up for their first jump. And guiding base jumpers pays much more than guiding hikers.
Really?
No word of a lie.
Wow, yeah. Well, ever since Matteo, who is now 5, first learned to walk, I couldn't wait to take him for his first jump off a cliff. From the steps of a toddler to the stepping off a cliff to free fall for 3 seconds, it's just kind of a natural progression in our family.
Dad, are we going to jump off a cliff?
Yes, son, but don't be scared. Your older brother Leo has done this a bunch of times.
Mateo, it's super easy and lots of fun.
All you have to do, Matteo, is count to 3. You can count all the way to 3, right, Matteo?
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3.
Great. And then you pull this lever here on your backpack and your chute opens and you live to jump again. But don't wait any longer than 3, okay? Get it?
Got it.
Good. Don't worry, Matteo. I've been taking family... Oh, Max, sorry.
Oh, don't worry. You're good with your son, but don't worry, Matteo. I've been taking family like yours on their first jump in Moab for 3 years now. It's safe and secure. You'll be 2,000 feet off the ground. You just run and jump as far as you can off the edge of the cliff. Count to 3 and pull the handle on your harness. You'll be back to do it again.
Mike, Matteo is 5. Maybe we should wait until he's 6 to jump?
No way. When he's 6, he'll be in the wingsuit like his brother. Let's do this.
All right, everybody. On the count of 3, we jump. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Trail Show Nation, we bring you the 100th episode of the Trail Show. Oh!
What?
All right, let's start the show.
You're tuned to the Trail Show.
Get on the trail.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Arriba, 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 tota!
It's the Trail Show. Bam! Ah! Featuring Lawton Disco Grinter,
Never slap a man who's chewing tobacco.
Felicia P.O.D. Hermosillo,
I'm against historical trash.
Mike Dilo Di Lorenzo,
Embrace the brutality.
Junaid Special 41 Daoud,
And I can't help but think that, Trail Show Bob.
Daniel Out of Order Alvarez.
What's up, Trail Show?
And now broadcasting live from Boulder, Colorado, it's the Trail Show.
Coming to you live from the Bobby Walter Studio in Boulder, Colorado, and Salida, Colorado's historic beer district. This is The Trail Show. The Trail Show is the longest-running monthly hiking podcast on the planet and has been downloaded over 1 million times in 160 countries across the globe. We are on air, on demand, and heard worldwide on all your favorite apps and at thetrailshow.com. And as we mentioned in the opening bit, it is our 100th episode. Oh, 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 oh.
Arriba, 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 tota!
We have
The end.
And there was much rejoicing.
We have a very special episode for you all tonight. It is going to be full of guests and VIPs and people that you have heard of. Maybe you haven't heard them in a month. Maybe you haven't heard from them in a couple of years. It'll be a surprise. So, POD, what is on our 100 show menu this evening?
It's going to be a surprise.
Oh, so we're not
Lots
even going
of
to tip
stuff.
we're not going to tip our hand at all.
I'll tell you what's not on the menu, Trail of the Month. So tonight, it's just going to be beers and nonsense.
Excellent. That's what we do best.
I've got to admit, I'm actually drinking a margarita right now.
Oh, nice.
Well, let's start with beers.
Oh,
What's everybody got in their cups? Special, you said you had a
well, I
margarita.
guess since I went first, I'll go first. I have a margarita. I made myself a nice margarita with fresh lime, some good tequila, and the whatchamacallit, what's the orange liqueur? Grand
Marnier?
Marnier.
What kind of tequila?
Yeah, that's
What kind of
the one.
tequila?
Gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I bought it like a long time ago. I actually used almost the last bit of the tequila to make this margarita.
Does it have a
Should've used it
skull?
all.
Does it have a skull on the bottle?
It's not that one, no.
It's not Tesla tequila.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not Tesla, no.
Okay.
You know what? If anybody wants to buy me some Tesla tequila, I'll drink it out of that god awful, like ugly bottle. But you will never find me paying Tesla money to make a tequila.
No, that's wrong.
What's wrong with you, Elon Musk?
I mean,
Just
so
sell
many
your
things.
You could
Yeah,
just
he's
sell
making-
your Tesla shares.
He's
to buy
making
some
tequila,
Tesla
apparently.
Wow, that's
Right?
what I miss by being the sticks of the desert here.
Yep.
Missed
Or
in
not
big
listening
air
to the
quotes.
trail show.
That's right. I'm gonna go next. I've got the India Golden Ale from one of my favorite breweries in Portland, Oregon, Breakside Brewing Company. It's actually a DIPA, Dilo. It's a double India Pale Ale.
But it's
says
golden.
It's golden. It says it's a hop bomb with a soft finish. ABV 8.1. IBUs 3,000. It's off the charts. Who's next?
I bought this, I don't know, it looked good in the store, but it's a Shinerbach beer, but it's a grapefruit, but it doesn't really taste like grapefruit at all. It just tastes like urine. So I'm not real stoked on it. Let's see the next one.
They can't all be.
Yeah, that's a
winners.
ringing endorsement.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not digging it.
Notes of
Bad
urine
choice.
or like a good urine base.
It's more like dehydrated person urine. So,
It's not
solid.
that-
So
it's-
rich yellow.
Yeah,
It's
all
not
right.
that
am.
Boulder. It's not that Boulder-based, fine aged urine.
No, that would be, I can't afford that. I can't afford that.
Yeah, that's high dollar.
Yeah.
It is. You got to
This
know
is
somebody.
This is San Luis Valley urine right here. It's cheap.
Oh,
What about
B-Max.
Boulder, Utah? I mean, it might be a little more funky if it's Boulder, Utah. no?
Yeah. Could
That's
be a little
right.
more farmhousey, maybe.
Yes. Since we're discussing Utah, I am drinking Salt Lake City Shades Brewing Company.
Oh,
It's an American-style IPA. Now, this is Utah, so we're up to 5.0 now in the grocery stores.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
Or you can go to the one liquor store here in Moab and pay the high syntax
yeah.
for a very small selection of beer.
Syntax, huh?
Oh, it's one of the highest
S-I-N
taxes of
tax.
beer in the country. Yes, the syntax.
That's not syntax with a Y, right?
No.
No. It's one of the highest taxes in the country. So there you have it out here with the one liquor store in town.
Oh my.
And you can't buy the beer cold. You have to buy ice separately.
Oh, that's like
So I mean,
Pennsylvania.
Mags, it sounds like you maybe need the Trail Show Nation to just keep sending you some beer.
When we sneak across the border to Colorado, which is like an hour from here, there's this little place called Dovecrest as a drive-through liquor store. It's like just over the Utah line.
Yeah.
It's like woohoo!
Yeah, real beer, easily
Without the
procured.
huge taxes.
Yeah.
Feel like you're in the roaring 20s again.
Triple O, what do you have?
Illegal.
I was drinking coffee so
Oh, me
that,
too.
so
What?
that POD wouldn't harass me too much on this show. But I'm done with that, and I moved on to Pineapple Gold Ale. I don't know. It's got a really cool can with an alligator on it, eating a pineapple.
Is that a Florida beer?
I don't think so. I'm not sure where
No, it's from that alligator farm in the San Luis Valley.
Oh, down by Hooper.
It's from Bootstrap Brewing Company in Colorado.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Oh, is that by Eagle? I can't remember where Bootstrap is. D'Lo, what about
That's
you, man?
nice.
D'Lo, use your words. Come on.
I'm about to use my words on my children.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I thought you kicked
so
them out.
basically yeah, that's right. Be afraid, child. Be very afraid. My cup is empty. I have nothing more to say.
Wow. That looks like so much fun. It's too bad we didn't have kids.
For those of you at home, D'Lo is being turned into a climbing gym / I don't even know.
Max, give Trail Show Nation a quick update.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, you can't do that.
Give Trail Show Nation a quick update on your goings-ons in your new home state of Utah.
Having lots of fun here every weekend. Jen and I are doing something just great. We're at Cedar Mesa this past weekend. We're going to Cedar Mesa next weekend. Just hunkering down with COVID, so we're finding things to do, keeping it local.
Keeping it local. And by hunkering down with COVID, you mean hiding from COVID, not that
Pretty
you're
much,
actually...
yes. It's not us and COVID in a special relationship or anything.
Good. And how about the numbers there in Moab? You were mentioning right before the show that there's been a big uptick in tourism as of late.
Yes. This past weekend, it was 70% higher than it was this time last year. And Joan, it's been taking Joan, which is, I don't know, 10, she works at Arches, 10 miles or so from our house there. It's been taking her almost an hour to get back home sometimes. Because there's a bottleneck. It wasn't meant for all the traffic.
Wait a minute.
So you heard it here, folks. Get the hell out of Moab.
Get the hell
That's right.
Go home.
That's
Don't
right.
come. It's not cool.
I mean, an hour to go 10 miles, that sounds like Washington, D.C. traffic.
Yeah, it's just because it's there's construction going on right now, and the infrastructure is never meant to handle all the traffic coming in, from Denver and Salt Lake mainly, Front Range area. And it's just once we get to our part of town, which is in the southern part, D'Lo's been here, it's very quiet, no big deal. And all the backcountry stuff is south of here anyways, like Cedar Mesa and all that, the LaSalle's. So if Joan wasn't working in Arches, we probably wouldn't go there that much at all.
By the way, South Moab, also known as Soab. I just
Somo.
I have no idea.
I thought it was Somo.
Somo. That's better. Somo's better.
As opposed to Soma, so that'd be something different.
Well, Mags, it seems like, at least from Instagram, you're not really getting out that much anymore. You're kind of staying indoors, just, computer time.
I'm embracing, the indoor lifestyle, going to my local temple and, giving up coffee and.
Oh, God, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently you've shaven your head and become a monk, so, I mean, that's cool.
That's right. Well, I've always had both. So, I had to shave my beard because I do a volunteer role, and we had to have COVID-approved facial hair. And it was just too much of a pain, for the mask to keep my beard too clean-shaven, The heavy Italian beard here, it was just too much of a pain in the ass to keep it.
What about facial hair is not COVID-approved?
Because
you
your
can't have
mask,
it too bushy.
yeah, your mask can't fit on it.
Right.
You can't
Yeah,
get
you
a
can't-
good seal.
I just read something about this that ski
Gotcha.
patrollers, they're asking ski patrollers to shave their faces for that same reason.
Yeah,
Well.
so I mean, we can have facial hair, but you have to have it a certain style and
Yeah.
length, and it's just
It has to
too
be
hard to
thin.
do that.
Yeah.
So,
Ladies and
doing my
gentlemen,
part.
in the night of Trail Show Roulette that we've got going on, we are just joined by the Bobby Walters. Give thanks and praise.
Bobby Walters.
Bobby, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Isn't
Unmute.
that not the full name?
You know why she's muted? Because Zoom doesn't just automatically turn on her
Here we
audio
go.
when she connects.
Bobby,
Welcome,
how's it
Bobby.
going?
Thanks. How are you guys?
We are great. Hey, congratulations on your recent nuptials. We got 2 newlyweds on the show tonight. We got Triple O and Bobby Walters.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Look out.
And
Yeah.
Triple O and
The honeymoon
Bobby,
show.
Triple O and Bobby, if you want to see what's in your future, I'll bring them right back down here. They'd love to be back on the trail show. I just had to kick them out.
Triple O actually just sent me a message saying that he scheduled a vasectomy.
Yeah.
It's already scheduled.
It's like online. Apparently, you can do it now these days.
Yeah. Totally reversible process for males. Very easy to do.
Oh my gosh. I see someone else chiming into the Trail Show Roulette.
He's
Connecting,
early. We're not
connecting.
talking about him yet. He's early.
That's right. Kick him out, Dilo. I mean,
Oh, go
DOG.
give him some ice. I'll set him up with some ice.
Keep him on mute. Keep him on
I'm
mute.
excited
Yeah.
that Bobby's the first person, the first guest in the room, because I mean I think it's only appropriate as
Yes.
as the studio name and everything is attributed to her.
So speaking of the studio name, Bobby, do we still call it the Bobby Walters Studio, or is it now the Bobby Walters
Stanton.
Studio? What's the protocol?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm in the process of changing my name, but
okay.
I mean,
Well,
it's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
No rush.
No, it's up to you.
Well, I
No
think it's
rush.
very kind of you to allow him to have a little piece of your name there. I mean, like such a famous name.
It's true.
It's trademarked and everything.
Yeah.
You know.
It is. It is.
But you just let us know. I mean, we can always get up there and like carve the new letters in.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, I am changing it. So
Let's make it easy. He can take your name.
That was my thought.
It's a 21st century. You're the
That's
celebrity.
that's what I told. Hey, Gummy Bear.
Gummy Bear is in the
Bear's here
house.
too. Gummy Bear.
He's
is,
muted too.
No,
No,
he's not. He's connecting.
She's still connecting.
There we go. Gummy Bear is the only human on the planet that gets out more than Mags.
Oh, for sure.
It might be true. I don't know. I think they're like neck and neck. It depends on like the day.
Actually, Bobby Walters gets out there too, man. You guys are both posting pictures every weekend, every day of the weekend.
Yeah.
Are we looking at your taint right now? What's going on? Oh, well, there we go.
Wow, it's getting a little warm.
It's kind
here.
of floating, so you can't see our video. It's
I couldn't tell what I was looking at. You know, it was like that. Looked like a taint.
And Gummy Bear can't defend himself because he's muted.
Dude,
it
still
looked like
muted.
a
Still muted.
1980s VHS home porn. It was kind of scary.
Hey, Bobby, have you been doing any hiking as of recent?
I did not do any this past weekend because the weather was crappy, but the weekend before, would we hike the NCT?
Yeah.
Up near like the border of New York into Pennsylvania. I think we did like 12 or 13 miles.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
But we've been biking a lot too.
Ooh.
Wait, Bobby, what are you drinking there?
I am drinking some Pinot Noir.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hey now.
It's winter time. It's time for wine.
Yeah. What about you, Gummy Bear?
I'm
what
on
are you
a margarita,
drinking?
so.
I am drinking Ace Pineapple Cider.
Oh,
Hey now.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a
I like
tasty
that
one.
We've got
Gummy
Gummy
Bear,
Bear
what's
in the
going on
house.
with you? What's going on with you lately, Gummy Bear?
Well, things are finally settling down at work a bit, so I'm getting out and hiking. Probably not as much as Mags or the late Paul Magnanti, but I have been getting out, and I've had some really good groups lately, so that's been fun. I had some interesting stories back in September and October with just some strange folks on the trail with us, but the last few groups I've been out with have just been awesome.
Strange folks on the trail.
In the group.
Oh.
So we headed up to Panorama Point. That's the Denver Mountain Park where the college students with the Franzia box wine and the gangster rap on the MP3 player were. And we headed up one night, and it's adjacent to a Jefferson County park. And you're kind of going back and forth, and there's a sign that says, leaving Jefferson County, or Jefferson County Park boundary is what the sign says. And out of nowhere, this woman on the hike, that it was the first time she hiked with us, she just gets in my face and says, "You don't know where you're at. How long have you lived in Colorado? You don't know anything. I know exactly where we are, and we're not where you say you are." And I hear this all the way up to the top. And she goes, "I know every inch of this area, and you're in the wrong spot." And so we get up to Panorama Point. She goes, "Oh, wow, this is nice. I've never been here before."
What?
And then she proceeded to offer everyone homemade energy bars, which everyone in the group politely declined.
Yeah, no.
So knowing you a little bit, Gummy Bear, and knowing your history, I can only assume that you then invited her on a date.
No.
How dare you, POD? How dare you?
Knowing my history, and that's the other thing. So last month, one of my credit cards expired, and I was using it electronically, and I wanted to get a burrito from Illegal Pete's, and I didn't have the new one in, and he couldn't do it on the phone. I was like, screw it, I'll use the old one. And my credit card got frozen because of that transaction. And so then I've been divorced for 6 years now. And I call the credit card company, and they put like the world's nicest customer service rep on. And he's super cool. And he says, hey, I need a primary number for your account. And so I gave him my phone number. And he's like, well, that's not it. So I'm like, well, maybe, I've had it so long. Maybe it's the old landline I had. He's like, yeah, that's not it either. So it was number 2, as I aptly refer to my second ex-wife, had changed all the information on the account prior to being banned from it. So I had to go through the hoops of re-verifying who I was. And this is not the first time that's happened with her. So there was like a reminder to not get married again.
I think there's a trail tip in here somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a trail tip. Do not get married. If you want money for hiking, do not get married.
You could have told me that before, Bernie.
Yeah.
Oh,
know,
wow.
Well, I should congratulate
Disastrous.
Triple O on his recent nuptials.
And Bobby Walters.
And Bobby.
And I still think that she needs to tell Mr. the Bobby Walters about her massive studio complexes in various Colorado communities, because that's a lot of real estate.
I think there should be a prenup, actually.
It's like the 21st century version of Desilu Studios. So that would make the Bobby the Lucille Ball of the 21st century.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Well, I'm moving to where Lucille Ball is from. Jamestown,
right.
New York. So, kind of
tell us about that, Bobby. You got married. You're moving to update us. Update Trail Show Nation on what's been happening besides your amazing leggings and your cool caps.
So got married in October, and basically we've been working on getting my house ready to put on the market so I can move out to Jamestown, New York, so we can actually be a real married couple and hike and stuff like that. So
that's great.
Cool.
It's been busy.
Yeah. And the cats will go with you, I assume?
Oh,
children?
Yeah. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, they will have, so his house is in the woods. So they'll have many woodland creatures to murder.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice to have activities.
Right.
Yeah.
Something to kill. It's really important.
It is. Totally.
It is. Do you know how many chipmunks I get a day? It's ridiculous.
Did they bring him in the house?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Did they eat them?
It's super fun. Well, it's super fun when they bring them in alive.
Do they eat them in front of you? No. I once saw my mom's dog.
Taxidermy shop or something.
My mom's dog once ate like a baby rabbit in front of me.
Oh.
I was like, I was just blown away. This is like cute, tiny little like mini Sheltie Terrier or something, and it like brought a baby rabbit into the house and looked up at me and then just scarfed it down and swallowed it whole. And
that's a little different than how cats eat animals. That's less traumatic.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Circle of life.
So Bobby and Gummy, you guys have been with us since the beginning, and this is episode 100. What are you guys hoping for the next 100 episodes?
Oh, more beer and nonsense, of course.
Oh, good.
Done.
We can definitely deliver on that.
I think the show keeps getting better. The formats, the interviews. I like the conservation portion of the show where you interview somebody from a nonprofit that's involved in the trail community. The show just keeps getting better.
Well, it's only taken us 8.5 years, Gummy.
Yeah, Bobby, big ups to you because those first episodes were rough. And you still chose to donate to us, maybe because you felt sorry for us.
It was truly just a charity contribution.
Yeah, what led to that first
These people
donation?
need this
That's
money.
what I want to know.
Well,
Pity
that was
is not a
exactly
bad
it.
thing.
Let's
Pity.
let Bobby. Can you answer out of order's question? That's a good question. What led to that first donation?
Well, I figured you guys needed help, so
Yeah.
you know,
It was
every little
pity.
bit helps, right?
Pity
Yeah,
is what led to
little
that
bit.
first donation. You felt sorry for us.
Yeah. I was hoping for more sound effects.
Hey,
Oh God.
that is not a problem. I will work on that profusely over
Thanks.
the next 100 shows. I guarantee.
You just gave Disco the license to make an entire bonus show that's
Yep.
nothing but sound.
Yes. That
I
we
think-
haven't done that yet. We haven't done that yet.
Show
Speaking of sound,
83B.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. That was weird. We were on like acid when you did that or something.
That was an April Fool's show.
yeah.
That was brilliant.
That was.
I think
my
speaking
best
of sound effects, one of my favorites was when Disco and D'Lo planned the power tool review segment,
Mags loved the power.
and they were playing all these power
I
tool
have one.
sounds,
I have one.
and Mags got up and left the room.
Yeah,
I
we
wish
took
other
it a
people
little
could
too
have seen
far.
it.
We took it a
Yeah, I
little
wish other
too
people
far.
could have seen it.
So
I'm
back
very
in the
subtle
early
in expressing my
90s,
opinions.
That was,
was
back
great.
when we were doing the show at Mag's apartment.
So super quick, funny story. So I've been having some family stuff going on, and my brother Joey and with Steve, and Joey said, and Joan laughed out, says, "Paul, you're the quiet, sensitive one of the three of us." And Joan's like, "If you are the quiet, sensitive one, what the hell are your brothers like?"
You don't want to know, Joan. Oh,
True
man.
story.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bobby and Gummy, while we have you on the phone here, last question. It's terrible weather. You're out backpacking. Would you rather spend 48 hours in a tent with the Onion or with Buck 30?
Ooh.
Lesser of two evils. Which do you choose?
Gun to your head.
Well,
Got to pick one.
so on the first TRT hike, I ended up spending 19 hours in a tent with Pisco, and that was fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I'd have to go with Buck 30.
Ooh. Gummy bear.
I feel like I know more about Buck 30 than I do the Onion, so I would go with Buck 30.
All right. It's 2 votes for Buck 30. We're going to see how the evening plays out. You guys are the first of our survey.
I think it was promising that Gummy was like, I know more about him, so I'll still want to spend the time with him.
That's
rather
true.
than,
I know.
I know more
I'm
about him, so I'm
surprised.
just going to go with the other option.
Well,
The preface to his answer made me think that he might actually go the other way.
Yeah. But what's
So
the
remember,
saying? The devil you
one thing
know
to
is
remember
better
is I'm
than
at
the
a
devil you
bad
don't
stage
know.
and I drink.
True.
I don't know.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, hey guys, thanks so much for joining us on this 100th episode. It's nice to see you guys, and we appreciate your support. And good luck for your Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
And yeah, get on the trail.
Well, to
Get on the
our
trail.
whole Trail Show Nation and to the wonderful hosts, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
Gummy.
All right.
All right, we're gonna move on to our.
Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Thank
Bobby.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Bobby.
you. Thank
Bobby,
you.
thank you for everything. Everything. Everything you've done for us. Thank you.
And good luck with the future. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good luck with
Good
the
luck
move.
with the move. Yeah, that's it'll be exciting once it's done.
It will be. It will be. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Peter, you
All
going
right.
to Buck 30 and the Onion?
Yeah, we're gonna go to our next guests here. We got Buck 30 and the Onion on the line. We don't have their oh, there's his. I was just gonna say.
There he
it's not a
is,
big
ladies and
deal.
gentlemen.
There he is.
There he is.
Oh, there they are.
What's up, everybody?
Buck
The two
30.
villains of the trail show.
Hide your ice.
All right, guys. What do you all?
Hide your soda.
I see at least the Onion's drinking something. Onion, what do you have this evening?
I'm drinking Surrender Dorothy rye PA from Seven Locks Brewing in Maryland, which is weird. Surrender Dorothy is a very weird 80s, 90s Washington, D.C. ex-Mormon reference that no one probably gets, but it's hilarious to me.
And are you recording from inside a beer can right now?
Is the audio?
Yeah, the audio is a little rough. Buck 30, I hope your audio is better than the Onion.
I have no idea. You should just be happy I'm here.
Yeah, we are.
Should we? Should we?
Now, Buck 30, it looks like you're broadcasting from your childhood bedroom. Where are you at right now? I'm having.
I'm on the U.S.-Mexico border at my sister's place in Laredo, Texas.
Really?
Yep.
Are you getting ready to walk somewhere?
Far now, just spending 6 weeks with family.
Okay. Because typically when hikers get near a international border, it means that they're getting ready to do something. You know.
This is not a border you want to walk away from. You certainly don't want to go south into Nuevo Laredo, and you just don't really want to go 1,000 miles north through Texas.
Good point.
So are you going to be doing any accounting over the next 6 weeks?
No, I just turned down all work for the foreseeable future.
Really? Tell us more.
You're not going to do the Texas perimeter through hike?
No, but what I am, D-Lo, I've been thinking about you a lot. I am in the midst of planning the winter Florida Trail.
Wow. That right there.
Oh,
that's
coming, D-Lo. This has been your dream for what, 100 episodes? This has been your dream.
It has. The winter Florida Trail. Which way
yo-yo,
are you hiking?
Of course.
Are you doing northbound or southbound?
Well, north, but obviously it's going to be a yo-yo when you come.
Okay, cool. I'll go southbound.
What about the roller skis, D-Lo?
Meet you halfway.
Dream too on the floor?
Can you do the Florida Trail on roller skis?
Probably not.
Sure, why not?
Does it count, Max?
What about a hovercraft?
No, hovercraft doesn't count. It has to be self-propelled, right? So do roller skis count? I think they
roller
probably do.
skis or roller skates?
No, roller skis.
Only if you wear a one-piece ski suit while you're doing
What
it.
if you like a 1980s Lycra ski suit that's pink
Totally.
and purple? That's the only way it's going to count.
What if you ride an alligator?
I don't think it counts. I don't think it counts. We'd have to consult with the Florida Trail.
Technically, I think that'd be like a pack
Hey,
animal,
hey!
right?
While we have you guys, on the line here, I think we should read one of our trail show mailbag items.
Oh,
is that okay?
Is D-Lo gonna read it at like 1/10 normal speed? And...
No, that's the Ask a Hiker. That's the Ask a
We
Hiker.
don't. I don't think there's no Ask a Hiker questions tonight.
No, this is a mailbag item.
Okay, specifically for these gentlemen.
It says, "Dear Trail Show, just got to listen to the last cast before the last cast that I haven't listened to yet, but will soon. We just used our quote low purrs unquote all weekend to clear a bunch of Hurricane Zeta debris from our yard in New Orleans. And special thanks to Buck 30 for clearing up the pronunciation of that wonderful tool. Yours, Kevin Durham."
Loopers.
I'm gonna go to my grave that those old school PCT. This must be like a 1970s PCT tool thing.
No way.
I will say I did do a deep dive on Google and I could not find any supporting evidence for lopers.
I tried out it on my own. We had, prior to being invited to this, I had made plans with Buck 30 to get together in April to about POD and the rest of you. But I did call him out on the lopers thing. But I will have POD know that I did trail work on last Saturday, so screw you.
Oh, that's great. It means you're better than Buck 30, which I mean, it's not saying much, but
Actually, I need to confess here. I haven't done trail work.
Well, here we go. We have
9
a
years.
pattern. Short
9 years.
white males with thinning hair don't do trail work.
Yeah.
Except for Mags. Except for Mags.
But you did get the front patio looking very nice, D'Lo. So
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, and D'Lo, while we're talking about landscaping, did you have anything to do with that Four Seasons landscaping snafu the other day?
My lawyers, Buck30 in particular, has asked me not to talk about this.
Not to comment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then, I mean, like, let's just not talk about it for a second and say, well done.
So the Onion and Buck30, it's great to have you guys both together because we're doing a lot of screenshots and it's going to be gold what we're capturing. So, you guys have been longtime haters of the Trail Show because you listen to it. And I would like for you guys to, just a couple of minutes here, share your least favorite moment from the Trail Show that you haven't listened to.
Literally just texted you and Buck30 9 minutes ago saying the Power Tools episode was my least favorite single moment of the show. So.
Power Tools moment.
The Power Tools we just...
That's like going down in infamy right there, the Power Tools.
Oh my gosh.
What about you, Buck30?
I think, I'm trying to think. I think everyone would say that getting through the first 3 episodes was just, but that's just a common one. I don't know. I guess the Wonderland Trail with GVP was possibly the worst trail of the month in the history. No offense to GVP, but it was possibly the worst trail of the month in the history of the Trail Show.
And I think both of you actually complained about that particular show. I think I remember that.
What did we learn? One of them got a nosebleed and 0 useful information about the trail. So.
Hey, that was Henry Shires that got the nosebleed. Come on.
Yeah, that's legendary. He had to get his nose cauterized to make it stop bleeding.
Yeah. And he
I'll be honest.
Coffee.
I'll be honest. I feel like I'm going to have to go back and listen to these first episodes because prior to being on the Trail Show, I listened to like 2 episodes to get ready, but I had never listened to the Trail Show, I've still never gone back and listened to any of the early episodes.
No one listens to the show. That's the point.
That is the point.
Hey, guys, do we have 10 or 15 more minutes that I can go through my least favorite moments?
Go for it.
About 3. So.
I'm
and
just
then
kidding.
I have my list of least favorite Buck30 moments as well. Actually called Buck30's transgressions.
we should be doing like whatever happened to the bonus episodes. That would be perfect for the bonus episodes.
I actually had to buy extra storage in my Google Drive just for that document because it's gotten so big.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh.
So what's on the horizon for the two of you? Besides getting together and, complaining that you are villains of the Trail Show, what else? What exciting things do you have going on?
Onion, why don't you go?
I just did the Hey Duke in September, and I am thinking about Big Bend and a Jackson to Bozeman route, but basically like half of the Greater Yellowstone loop, the east half.
The part with the grizzly bear?
Aside from the grizzly bear. But I have been talking about the details with Larry Boy, so thank you for...
Is that why you did the trail maintenance?
Useful information. You made a useful connection, surprisingly. So.
Is that why you did the trail maintenance? Because Larry Boy makes you do trail maintenance to get his information? Right. Is that what you did?
I did tell him, by the way, because I was asking for information from him. I was like, by the way, I don't know if you do this really, but I did just do trail work. So.
And he let you in. He let you in the...
30, or you're still planning on coming here in spring? Coming to DC in spring?
Yeah, so I guess I'll end up doing the Florida Trail this winter, and then I'm going to do the Potomac Heritage Trail, which is a fairly obscure national scenic trail, but does walk right by the Onion in the DC area. So that was what our meetup was all about.
You guys going to meet up at an ice cream shop?
Maybe the
have I never been invited back to this?
Never.
I emptied a freezer in a residential home with a functioning refrigerator and freezer while I was living out of my car. A known associate, not a friend, but a known associate.
It was a very big problem, the Onion, because our freezer works very slowly. So it took a couple weeks for the freezer to freeze that much ice again. So I mean, we didn't have any ice for like 3 or 4 weeks as a result of your ice raids. So I mean, you think like I don't know. It was a problem. It was a problem.
And also, this is the reason that like a fairly common hike, the Iceland Traverse, has never been discussed in 100 episodes.
Well, it's on the list, but there's just so many.
Yeah. and Onion, God bless you.
There's like 12 mile long through hikes in Arkansas that people could be doing.
We're going to have to send you a headset before we have you on to talk about that.
Or a new beer can to record in, because the one you have is bad.
I think the Onion wins the worst audio of all the Zoom show awards currently. We see where the night goes, but
It sounds like you're recording inside a freezer or something.
You know what? I think for that award, what we're going to do is we're actually going to institute a new award called the Onion Award. It's for when your audio is
when your audio stinks.
Wow. It's a tough room in here, the Onion, if you haven't.
Yeah, it is.
See, Buck 30, it's not just you that gets tortured and picked on, all right? There's others, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so question for the two of you.
Okay.
The Onion, we'll go with you first. It's bad weather. You're going to be stuck in the tent for 48 hours. Would you choose to be stuck in there with Buck 30 or with unlimited quantities of ice?
Probably the ice.
Okay.
I haven't shared a tent with people in a long time, and I fart a lot. So just out of the kindness of my own heart, I would not do that to anybody.
I see. And we know you'd never share it with a woman because they're so slow.
He never forgets.
Your memory is
photographic.
You're not that nice, but your memory is pretty good.
Oh, it's very good. Trust me.
All right, Buck 30, it's your turn. 48 hours, screaming weather outside. Would you rather be with the Onion or all of the women who have left you high and dry on the trail?
Wow.
I'll take all the women who've left me high and dry on the trail.
For 500, ladies and gentlemen, all the women who've left him behind on the trail.
I actually think
he's gonna need to borrow your Safari Kingdom tent there, D-Lo.
You better bring some lopers. You better bring some lopers.
I thought I was gonna get a choice between the next guests. Either do I want to spend 48 hours in a tent with snorkel or all good?
Oh no.
Ooh.
No.
I mean, that's not a choice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a prison sentence.
Hey, I shared a tent with snorkel. It was great.
I'm saying, I'm pretty sure all good snores, right?
Oh yeah, all good. No
So,
way. You do not
just
want to
done
share a
deal.
tent with
I mean,
all
like
good.
no shade, but like snoring.
And he has night
rough.
terrors. He also
I
has
I imagine he does more than snoring.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yes. Yes. His tent has to be staked down or he would float away at night. Just saying.
All right, it's about 7:30, POD. I think we've got to keep roulette going.
Okay.
What?
Yes. So Buck 30
Okay.
and the Onion, thanks for joining us for this short little roulette. We're stoked to have you guys both on. And we can't wait to hear what musings come out of your meeting together. I hope you'll grab some audio of that.
Yes. Just a little.
All right.
Just record the whole thing and send all of it over to Disco, and he'll turn it into a bonus show.
Yes, and we will not misrepresent you at all.
For 8 years, you guys have brought a little bit of joy for me on the trail. Yeah, it's always good to listen to you every month, and it brings me. It's truly heartwarming to be hiking while you guys are at home working. So
We're here to help, Buck 30. We're here to help.
I'll see you guys later.
Forward through a non-trivial fraction of it, but I echo Buck 30's heartfelt sentiments.
Oh, you're definitely echoing in your chamber there, believe us.
Well, thanks for being part of POD's time of the month, also known as POD's hang time.
Oh boy.
Well, I'll be back. I'll be back this year for the time of the month. Don't you worry.
Okay. Can't wait.
Guys.
Bye.
See you guys.
All
right, so we got 2 votes for Buck 30. We've got 1 vote for Unlimited Ice, and we've got 1 vote for Ex-Girlfriends. I gotta keep track of this.
Right. Okay.
I gotta write this down.
You got a spreadsheet open?
We need to take a quick break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
I'm empty, so good timing.
Exactly. Let's take a
All
break.
right, I'm gonna go make another margarita.
We're gonna have all good snorkel. Maybe we'll have salty. We don't even know.
What? We'll see.
Very exciting.
All right, folks, the Trail Show is back. We've got 2 new guests on Trail Show Roulette this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Whitney Allgood LaRufa.
Hello.
And the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th chair, Liz Snorkel Thomas.
Hey, Coastal Nation!
Great
We
to
also have another
you back.
guest on the line.
What?
A separate guest, which is Allgood's hair.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
COVID's been good for it.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, and we just talked
Pearls.
about it before we actually came back from the break, but it's that there's actually another guest, which is Allgood's backdrop, because there's just all of this awesome trail regalia everywhere.
Accoutrement.
Yeah.
It's like the LaRufa Trail Museum.
It is the LaRufa Trail
For
Museum. I'm not
real.
gonna lie.
Wow. All right. So where should we begin? What are you guys drinking? Let's start there. All good? I see you have bottle in hand.
I have a Ferment Brewing Company IPA that was given to me from Jared Kennedy, who designed that Blue Mountain Trail.
Oh.
You got Mike Unger and I each a 12-pack of Tall Boy really good beers from Oregon.
That comes in a 12-pack?
No, he brought me a 12-pack of different 22s.
Wow. Yeah, okay, that's a massive 12-pack.
Yeah.
I feel like with the Hobbits being like, that's a 12-pack?
For the listeners, he just popped that right as we came back from the break. It was subtle, but if you listen, it was in there. Back it up. Check it out.
Yeah.
I figured because it was a 100th trail show, we should celebrate with a really good beer instead of the Deschutes Jubilee I was drinking.
Good choice.
Agreed.
Yes.
Good choice.
Did you say Deschutes Jew Boy?
I also heard that.
Jubilee.
Oh, Jubilee. I was like, what? Okay.
No comment from the peanut gallery here.
I just like to say that I love seeing all these people drinking these holiday ales and these big stouts. Because here in Southern California, it's still like Mexican lager temperatures.
Yeah, I bet.
What are you drinking, Snorkel?
I'm actually, because I was so inspired by other people, I pulled out Imperial Pastry Stout, Hipster Sweet Dreams, which seemed like a fitting beer to drink for this 100th anniversary.
That sounds like there might be a hangover involved tomorrow.
I called into work. And
already? Okay.
I'm coming in late tomorrow. I'm going to be on the trail show on a Monday night, so we're going to have to push back all of our meetings several hours.
Well, luckily your business partner, Sorgo, is very understanding.
Yeah.
She's had to deal with a hiker or two before. Yeah. Had a similar situation.
Whitney, I would just want you to know, I think you were on the last non-COVID show we did way back in February.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's right.
Yeah, I
totally didn't even realize that. Because right after I left you, I went to Mexico like a month later to see
a
friend of ours, a mutual
Yep.
friend. And when I came back, it was like March 15th, and we didn't know if we'd get home.
And we were all telling Allgood, like, don't come back. It's show in the U.S. Like, all your photos are like beaches, and like, what could go wrong if you stayed there?
Yeah,
I know.
and like the amazing part is that things have gotten much better since March.
You guys have a
Oh,
Republican
man.
governor in Colorado? Is that what I'm hearing?
Hey, so does this thing record the video too?
Yes.
Okay, well, you need to take that little clip. Man, this might be we might have to release this show as a YouTube video.
Maybe.
Just all the clips of D'Lo yelling at his children.
All of it. All of it.
It's gonna be a PSA for condom use.
Wow.
Wow.
D coming in hot.
Dang, man, she's been like throwing jabs and uppercuts all night.
Hey now.
Just wait till the cameras are
Just
rolling,
'cause it's
honey.
true.
Snorkel, what's the latest? What's going on in your world? What are you up to? Are you been hiking? Tell Trail Show Nation what's happening.
I've been really busy with Tree Line Review, especially this time of year. What with the holidays coming, California was on fire, as you might have noticed.
Yeah.
And that kind of put it on some of the hiking for a couple months, but we're back at it. Mountains are just icy enough to keep away the day hikers.
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, treelinereview.com. Go there, check it out. What's the latest on Treeline Review?
Yeah, we just got out a pretty fun gift guide, and actually, we have a gift guide that's coming up by one Whitney Allgood LaRufa on Etsy, the king of Etsy, as they call him.
The king of Etsy shopping. I like to drink in Etsy.
Not sure if you know this, but there's a lot of really fun long trail related stuff, crafts and whatnot on the Etsy. So for the
Snorks.
hiker in your life.
You should know that D'Lo has been threatening to do a Paul Maggs gift guide on the Trail Show for years.
I have
like Walmart.com, Ziploc bags, blue foam pad.
That's Cam Honan. I mean, he does the Ziploc bags. And I would be, you already have the gear. Just go hike. Thank you. Goodbye.
No, but he would put in a link for Cabela's, some bright orange camo thing.
Oh, I don't want to get shot. I'm all about the blaze orange here, especially, with the hunters. I wear a steel chainsaw cap now when we go to certain towns. And I must confess, we bought an American flag magnet. We slap it in the back of the truck now over at certain parking lots.
Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever works.
So I'm just curious. Is it just an American flag one, or is it like the thin blue line one too?
No, just a very small flag. Because ever see the BLM Carsonite post? They'll put American flag on it.
Yeah.
Same idea. So they see the truck, they see the flag. We're wearing the blaze orange. We're one of them. Until I open my mouth, who's this weird guy from New York in the middle of Utah?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Maggs, you can't talk if you're trying to blend in. You can't talk out there.
No.
Hey, I can do it. I'm going hunting here and blending.
Hey, now there's plenty of parts of New York that are not
Upstate,
dissimilar at all.
Yeah.
Mags, you should just roll out every time from your truck like that scene in Goodfellas and be like, "Hey, Ma, you got a butcher knife? I got a deer leg stuck in the front of my truck."
Goodfellas. I love it.
Poor Joan. She didn't know what she got into.
Hey, all good. What's the news from Portland? What's shaking, man? I hope it's not smoky there anymore.
It's not smoke anymore. We're in our rainy season. We are still the vestige of Antifa and anarchy, according to the Trump administration. So staying strong here in Portland. But what's up here?
Administration?
What's that?
The WHO administration?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's the quack. I think that's the sound of
what's up here?
right?
Mike, Iron Mike, who you might remember from a previous episode, and the Punisher, Snorkel's business partner at a Tree Line Review.
And my hiking partner.
Yeah.
And your hiking partner for the
Peony
ICT.
stole it from me for the hiking. I only get the business side.
And So the three of us just completed the new Blue Mountain Trail through Northeast Oregon back in September. So that was a good time.
Oh, we'll have to have you guys on the show. We were going to do the Iceland Trail, but that one sounds better.
Yeah, you should get Shira. Shira did it. So she did the first section and then came back right after we finished and did the rest of the trail. So the four of us were like the first four to do it. And some of the stuff we learned from bushwhacking and me getting poison oak, not only on my legs, but in other regions that you maybe don't want poison oak because it's a really bad spot to itch. Yes, you got it. Balls. The whole shebang. I couldn't tell if it was chafing in my crotch or poison oak for about a week, which that's kind of a
Or maybe it was the some chafing from those chocolate pudding farts of yours.
I mean, there was definitely a lot of those. They don't call it the BMT for nothing. Yeah. There was a lot of marking of our terrain with our own cairns along the way.
Mags, isn't there? There's
little swirly cairns.
Yes.
Wait a minute. There's 2 BMTs.
You know, when I heard they were doing the BMT, I'm like, why are they going to the Southern Appalachians?
I was
the
a
other
little
part of the
confused
country.
about that at first too.
You know, and the other BMTs actually a really cool trail too. So you know, both BMs are great because who doesn't love a good BM?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you wake up in the morning.
I'll drink to that.
Is.
So that was hiking season. Luckily, Ron, my boss at Six Moon Designs, got to get a little plug in there. He came and supported us for the first 2 weeks with his van.
Ooh.
So that was really helpful because we weren't sure about resupply or water on this trip. So every couple of days, Ron would meet us, and instead of eating like, you know, Mountain House or ramen or mac and cheese, Ron would cook us like cheeseburgers and give us beer and fresh vegetables and watermelon. I'm really getting soft the older I get, and
you got to switch over to the cold refried beans, man. That's where it's at.
All good.
I did switch back to that.
All good. If you had van support, I do believe that means your through hike has been invalidated. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think it was a supported hike. I'm going for an FKT. I have that right now. Mike, Naomi, and I hold the FKT on the BMT.
Yeah, it sounds like a FKT Total Landscaping to me.
The Four Seasons Landscaping FKT. D'Lo, were you involved in that by any chance?
I think I have audio problems.
No, you sound great.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I was totally involved in that.
Hey,
okay, moving on.
I'll get in snorkel. We're doing a little survey tonight. Oh shoot, I forgot to write this down.
Yeah, keep track, POD.
You're recording. It's okay.
Yeah, that's
I know,
true.
but then I have to go back through it. Okay, so imagine the night of Shout of Relief Pass, the weather that we had. Okay, imagine the storms rolling in, and you get stuck up there for 48 hours in the tent. Okay, would you rather be in the tent with $130, the Onion, unlimited quantities of ice, or an ex-lover?
With $130.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Another buck. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What about?
He's got lots of great trail stories. I hear his Neo Air has some weird pillow expansions.
Okay.
Got like
wow.
a bubble.
Wow.
Okay.
It's more like a collection of bad ex-lovers than like an ex-lover.
Yeah. Collection. Yes. All your ex-lovers. That's right.
Still sticking with $130.
$130.
Okay. What about you? All good?
I think I'm gonna have to go for the Onion.
All right.
I mean, I know he won't steal the ice, but we're both dog guys, and I have a feeling he let me be the big spoon.
Okay.
I don't think he'd have a choice.
I like the rationale here. You know?
I do too.
I do. That's solid.
What's the difference?
Can you just not sleep if you're the little spoon?
Yeah, and could you clarify the difference between the big spoon and the little spoon?
You know, the big spoon is the outside spoon. The little spoon gets hugged and
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The
Cool.
little spoon gets mauled.
Yeah, so kind of like when Trauma
No.
and Pepper are on a trip together, and Trauma spoons, you know, Pepper all night long.
So Pepper would be the little spoon.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
It's still not verified.
You are convinced
We've
that's
asked-
the
verified, but it's been
configuration.
implied.
We've asked them multiple times at different presentations where increasingly perhaps was not appropriate to do so.
Although I will say, like, Trauma is like so deadpan all the time and like seems like serious. And one of the Alda West gatherings, they gave a presentation on their Himalayan hike. And he started, the very first slide was a picture of them somewhere in the snow. And he was like very monotone. And he was like, so we did this trip in the Himalayas. And as you can see, Pepper was very excited. And he used the laser pointer to point to Pepple's hard nipples that you can see through his shirt. It was amazing.
And he did crack a smile. Or
No. No.
That same presentation, POD, there was a picture of some Nepalese guy who had on like this thing that kind of looked like a robe, and he made a Star Wars reference.
He did.
It didn't crack a smile. I almost peed myself. I could. Yeah. So
It was also that same Alda West gathering that Pepper showed up with a woman, which appeared to be like a significant other. And while Pepper and Trauma were practicing their presentation, Trauma was practicing his jokes, obviously. I went and sat next to Pepper's lady friend outside and started chatting with her. And Pepper came running out. And he was like, no.
POD! Any woman POD!
You can't talk to her. Get away.
Beauty, it's
I don't know
almost
why.
8 o'clock.
I know. Well, hey guys, thanks for participating in our Trail Show Roulette tonight. It was awesome to have the both of you on. We miss you guys.
For sure.
Yeah.
Miss you guys too.
Miss you too. No
Yeah.
post-winter OR recording this year. Or
No.
next
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real bummer not to. I saw you guys at OR. That's probably the last time I saw any hikers outside the Portland little bubble of drop and roll and weather Dan down the street, and just a handful of other hikers around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All we've got is Zoom.
Yep.
At least we've got Zoom.
And Mag's many Facebook posts.
Yes. But hey, before we go, I just want to say congrats to all of you at the Trail Show on your 100th episode. I mean, it's a huge
100
milestone.
episodes.
I was trying to do the math, but I got caught lost in time with my kittens. But I mean, 100 episodes are like 3 hours each, right? It's like 3,000 hours.
It's
Trying to figure out how many miles that is. That's like a 1,000-mile hike.
That's some difficult math. I can see why it took so long.
That's some difficult math, but like, let's be like, so I'm just going to say straight up, Disco, the real MVP.
Yeah.
Because think about all the editing that
Yeah.
100 episodes means for him. Like, especially when we go long and we talk over each other and we do all the that must drive him nuts.
Rocky
Like,
Balboa.
think about 100 episodes of editing the Trail Show.
I don't want
that Disco has done. Well, you can mute yourself for a minute and you don't have to listen, but like big ups for Disco.
Yeah, it's true. And I gotta say, like, I have definitely seen the dark side over here.
Oh yeah, she's seen it.
Yeah.
Good question. Disco, have you calculated how many sound effects you've done in 100 episodes?
No. I mean, I'd probably say like an average of 10 per episode times 100.
It's got to be like a weighted average because those first 15 shows, it was like 50% sound effects.
True.
Yeah, I mean.
So I would like to throw in a free copy of Liz Thomas's Long Trails Mastering the Art of Through Hike to the first person who will listen to all of the Trail Show episodes back to back, possibly on a through hike.
How would you like them to verify that?
Yeah. We need a video recording.
Provide their admittance into a mental institution.
I'm gonna say screenshots of your whatever platform you listen on. Screenshots of every single episode played.
All good. Do you think 6 minutes want to throw in for that?
I was going to say, and I'll sweeten the deal with a free sweet 6 Moon Designs Daybreaker Day Pack.
What? I've listened to all of them. I've listened to all of them.
I will personally throw in a piece of undisclosed swag.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll throw in.
D'Lo,
I'll throw in
do you want to throw in some chest hair clippings?
Absolutely. Not a
What
problem.
about one of your kids? One of your kids.
Awesome.
A garden hose?
You could
How
take the
about
older
just some
child.
chest hair from one of your kids?
Yeah, when like on episode 198, we can do that.
And I'm going to throw in
gonna
2
take someone
return books that are unsigned. Bam!
Nice.
I just have this picture of like, ever see those meth ads? Here's them before and here's them after 100 episodes. Anyone who does the marathon, God bless my child.
Right.
I just feel bad for the person that comes in second on this.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? For the person who comes in second, we'll hook you up with something too.
I'll get you some pack pods and like a pack liner.
And chest hair. Everybody gets chest hair.
We'll get you
Everybody
like a
gets
really
chest hair.
good second-rate.
I'll send you a collection of all my most hated tent stakes.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'll give you a reject from the swag.
Yes.
Ziploc bags filled with chest hair.
Disco
Some
will
low
send you
alcohol Utah beer.
Ooh. Disco will send you a book that's been returned that's signed to someone else.
Yes. Done.
Oh my God, this is great. All right, well.
Wow, this is a list. People are the shipping on this is unreal.
We put out a challenge, people. We're for real. We'll send you all this stuff, but you gotta post to the Instagram and tag us and Snorkel and Six Moon Design. Now you have to tag us, not just mention us in the notes. You have to actually tag us somewhere in the picture for us to see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All 100 episodes.
That's
Beginning
right.
to end. None of this
100.
fast-forwarding.
No.
We need 100 pictures. We need 100 pictures of you listening to each of the 100 episodes in 100 different places.
Yes.
And they can't
listen,
all be
for
on the
extra
toilet.
style points, if each of your posts showing like all of the screenshots verifying that you've listened to the episodes have the little 100, like underlined emoji, you don't get anything extra, but I'll appreciate it.
Ooh,
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
You know how to get there.
Well, hey, Snorkel and Algid, it was great seeing your faces. Thanks for joining our Trail Show Roulette
Fantastic.
tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
appreciate
us.
Hey, good to see you.
Looking forward to seeing you guys in person sometime soon.
Congrats again.
Wash your hands,
Thank
wear a
you.
mask.
See you guys.
See ya.
Ciao, ciao.
Love y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Salty has just joined Trail Show Roulette.
Salty.
Hey.
Happy 100.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
She's showing off her
Okay.
chest, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Look
Yep.
here.
Look at this nice shirt. Been wearing it all day in honor of you guys.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
Salty,
Salty,
you've been a long time
Salty, do you love the
contributor
new logo?
of the Trail Show. We appreciate that. I'm going to
appreciate
ask
you
you a
guys.
question just in case I forget later. We're doing a little survey tonight.
Yeah.
So imagine there's terrible weather. You're going to be stuck in your tent for 48 hours. There's no escaping. Would you
Okay.
rather be stuck with $1.30, The Onion, unlimited quantities of ice, or all of your ex-lovers?
Ooh.
Your bad ex-lovers.
All of them.
all of them.
Option C. All
Nice.
the ex-lovers.
Oh, all the,
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Brave woman.
That's the first person who's chosen not to be with
Nuh-uh.
$1.30
Oh,
or the
no,
Onion.
that's not true.
Right?
I don't know either of them. So
Oh, okay.
No, that's not
I
true.
only know what I've heard.
Really? We've
Someone
had people.
chose The Onion, and the Onion chose ice.
The Onion chose ice, yes, but that's
Standard.
understandable.
He's
Yeah,
partial.
yeah. He really likes that ice.
He
Yeah.
does.
Who knew?
I
So,
don't have any horrendous ex-boyfriends. I mean, they're not.
I
Okay.
would have to
Okay.
disagree with you on that.
Okay, no, I don't count that one.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyways.
so for those of you who don't know, Salty has a new section on her website, katiegerber.com, right?
Mhm.
I'm
That's
sorry.
right.
What's the website again?
katiegerber.com.
That's right.
Was that katiegerber.com?
That's
What's
what
that?
it is.
Was that katiegerber.com?
Yes.
katiegerber.com.
a new section on her website inspired by Buck 30 called Salty Doesn't Give About What You Eat.
Oh,
That's right. Yes.
Seriously?
To meet consumer
I gotta look it
demand,
up.
I created a new offering now where you can pay me to follow you around the grocery store and slap food out of your hand and
or not give a about what you
right,
buy.
make disapproving faces at you.
Salty, you know that there are people that would absolutely pay you to do that. I'm just saying.
Listen, y'all.
I couldn't.
Rates start at $1,000 a minute.
Yeah.
And she has practiced these like bad faces. They are on point.
Well,
Like,
you know,
they're worth $1,000 a second. I mean,
you
a
know,
minute.
Buck
Is it
30
an hour?
actually
I forget.
Buck 30 actually sent me a picture of his resupply the other day. And let me just tell you what's in this picture. A giant 1 pound bag of Doritos. With like about 8 Hostess chocolate cupcakes.
Are you being serious, Beauty?
Yes. 4 blueberry muffins, but they look like the real crappy kind. You know what I'm talking about?
Like the leaky oil kind.
Yeah, exactly.
7-Eleven.
There's 2 smushed in each bag. Some sort of other small loaf of sweet bread, and what looks like a loaf of garlic herb topped Italian bread from Walmart. That was $1 for a 1 pound loaf.
I mean, was it good?
I doubt it. That was his resupply.
It's like circa 1996.
I doubt it too, but like it could be. That actually sounds like that last item sounds honestly to me like maybe the best thing.
Well, yeah, but it's just like bread.
What about Pop-Tarts?
Terrible.
Pop-Tarts in there.
There were no Pop-Tarts. He said he also had a bunch of chocolate, and by chocolate, I'm sure he means candy. You know, like Hershey's, not like real chocolate.
Yeah.
And he said pasta and butter.
Hey, forget about it.
Anyway.
Salty,
Yes.
if I can just interrupt real quick. Do you have a few minutes for me to ask you about my family's nutrition on tonight's show?
Absolutely, sure. I'm sure we
Okay,
have plenty
great.
of time.
Just person by person too. Like it's going to be an individual breakdown.
The $1,000 per minute rate still applies.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, you can work that out with Buck 30, who's my accountant, and he'll take the funds out of the trail show. So I'm really concerned about my children's sugar intake.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
So I'm curious, Dilo, have you tried
I just muted Dilo. He's not
buying
with
them
us
sugar? I mean, just like as the person who gives them the food, have you considered not
Well,
not
I
giving
don't know.
it to them?
Have you seen his parenting style? Not doing
My
what they
parenting
ask
style
is not an option.
My parenting style is violence.
You know, I'll
Okay.
tell you what. We live pretty close by. I've got a closet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can work something out.
Okay, that's great. I can bring my children over and drop them off, and they'll stay in your closet. You could lock
Well,
them
the
in
closet
there.
and the backyard.
Okay.
I'm not terrible. God, what do you think?
All right, so we got Salty on for a limited amount of time, and I know we'd love to spend this time talking about Dilo's children.
No.
Not. But so Salty.
Yes.
What have you talk to us about what you've been up to? What's going on? What's new?
Okay. I'm living indoors. I moved into an actual apartment where I signed an actual lease. POD,
Yes.
Which is exciting.
Is
Yes,
it a
me and my
sublease?
cat. It is, yes. But it's above a very awesome gear company.
What?
I'm not going to disclose the name, but it's a very cool spot to be living. So that happened. I signed a contract to write a book. It's also super exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Super excited about that.
When are you supposed to submit your manuscript? / when shall the potential readers expect to be able to make a purchase?
Yep. So March is when the manuscript is due, and then it won't be published until a year later. So like spring of 2022. So mark your calendars.
Very exciting.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
What about your classes? What's going on with your classes?
Yes, my classes. So I'm doing a solstice sale for the Adventure Ready course, which I talked about on here before, which is the course that is like the complete physical preparation guide for someone who wants to have more energy, endurance, stamina, and just like feel really good on their upcoming hike. So that one, I have a solstice sale coming up for that from December 21st until early January. And yeah,
we'll promote that so you guys can get to listeners. You can get to that show through the trail show if you want.
Via your link. Yep. So yeah, that's what's going on. Otherwise, just writing and working on another course, but it'll be a while till the second course comes out.
Now, another question for you. The holidays are just around the corner, and we all know that this is the most difficult time for Out of Order to control himself. So, what?
True. I've been baking cookies for myself already.
I know. I remember one time a listener wrote in and said that they like binged on Thanksgiving, and then the next day they were starving themselves, and you're like, that's absolutely the wrong thing to do. And Out of Order was like, I feel like someone's been spying on me, and just wrote a letter about what I was trying to do. Anyway, holidays are coming up, and it's going to be a little different this year because people are going to be probably not at huge parties and stuff, but still get all the holiday foods and stuff. Do you have any one tip for people to have happiness and joy in their food this holiday, but also be healthy?
Does it have to be specifically about overeating?
No.
Just be in general.
Yeah.
Because I have blog posts on that. Of like,
oh, good. Well, go check that out, people.
Yeah.
KatieGerber.com.
That's right. KatieGerber.com.
KatieBurger.com.
No, not Katie Burger. That's the website deal.
No, people have been messing that up my whole life, though.
Katie Burger?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I remember in church when I was young, people would be like, Katie Burger? No.
Katie Burger.
All right, I have two quick tips, actually. One's super action-oriented, and then the other is more of like a mindset tip.
Oh, look at Mo.
Mo. He's excited to talk to you guys. The first one that's like the action-oriented tip is to take care of your microbiome. And because the microbiome's like the aggregate of all of the microbes that reside in or on the human body. It outnumbers the human cells 10-1. And the reason that I mentioned that one for like moving into winter is for two reasons. One is that 70% of your immune system is housed in your gut. And I know immunity is like top of mind for everyone right now. And the second reason is that the role that gut health plays in mental health. And I think that's really important going into the winter months as well. I think it's like 90% of serotonin is produced in the digestive tract. So that's the first one, take care of the microbiome. Actually doing that really helped me after I got off the CDT last year when I was having like a really hard time with reintegration, was focusing on like prebiotics, probiotics, and then reducing the things that harm your gut health, which are like stress, too much sugar.
Salty, I was going to say, do you have like a few quick do's and don'ts for the microbiome?
Yep. Yeah. So for do's, I would say eat fermented foods and then soluble fiber. And then don'ts are like, don't stress. Yeah. Reduce stress. I know don't stress is impossible.
Time travel to not 2020.
Right. Or relieve your stress. Like if you are stressed, maybe recognize it, go for a walk or something.
Yeah, definitely do that. Consume less sugar, getting plenty of sleep is actually good for your microbiome. Avoiding taking antibiotics unnecessarily. And then I would say eating a diverse range of food would be the last one I would say for a do. So those are all really doable and they're all free essentially.
And avoid everything in Buck 30's photo. That you
totally.
The 1 pound bag of Doritos, the oily muffins, all of it. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
yep. And then, the second quick tip I'll give is more of like a mantra or a mindset to adopt to help people make like self-honoring decisions throughout the winter. And that is something I've been trying to do regularly lately, is to ask yourself, like, if I truly love myself, what would I do in this situation? Or if that is hard for you, you can phrase it like, if what would someone who truly loved themselves do here? And that can apply to like the micro, like your food choices, or like the macro to like career decisions or anything like that. So I know that's kind of out of left field, but it's something that I was thinking about lately.
I actually really like that, because that takes it outside of yourself and says, like, instead of what would I do, it's what would somebody who maybe the model of what you would like to be or what you would aspire to be, what would they do, and answer it that way instead. I like that.
Yeah. I just feel like if we're all truly honoring ourselves, we'd all be a lot better off.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I've got.
The race got crashed.
Yeah. Well, hey, Salty, thanks again for all your contributions to the trail show.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing our roulette tonight. And just to remind everybody, Salty has a website, katiegerber.com, where you can find all kinds of free information. You don't have to write in and ask her if eating, donuts and Twinkies is okay. You can actually just make that decision for yourself and
Is
base
that
it
your
off
cat's
free
tail?
information on her website.
And I will also say you should go there and you should at least sign up for her newsletter. I get it. I'll admit that I don't always click through and read stuff, but I do sometimes. And even though I feel like at a background level I've got things pretty well handled or something like that, it's always great to like see some of the stuff that she writes and be like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, okay, cool. I am doing that well. So it's a good resource, even if you think you're okay.
And
That's
Spencer,
right.
where
Crazy.
I know.
where can we
Do you
go
hear
to
him?
get that good
Yeah.
resource? Where do we go to get all this great information, everybody?
Sure, was it
Look at Mo.
katiegerber.com?
Crazy.
I'm sorry, was that katiegerber.com?
katiegerber.com. Thank you guys so much.
I think it's katiegerber.com.
I appreciate you guys. Happy 100. Have a good rest of
Thank
your
you.
show.
All right,
We're looking
see
forward to the
ya.
book.
All right, and
Oh
joining
my
us
goodness.
now, it looks like the roulette just took a turn.
Yeah, this dude's not.
Oh.
This guy's not on the schedule. What's up with that?
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Squatch Harriet.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me?
All right.
Yes.
We hear you so loud and clear.
That was like the most serious discussion. I came in like 2 minutes ago. Jesus Christ, I thought somebody died. But wow, this is like my first group Zoom meeting.
Watch, I love the mustache. What do you got going on?
Thank you.
there, man?
Yeah, that's it's
Civil War reenactment.
It's a glue on.
Are you a Civil War?
I gotta say, I like the mustache too. I'm thinking maybe shave the beard and let that mustache, like maybe do some chops on there a little bit.
Maybe a little bit of Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood.
Or the Village People, one or the other.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
The Village
People. Wow, there's Mags. Mags, I got to tell you, your photos from on Instagram from the bear, what the hell, the bear wilderness and
Bears Airs.
Oh my God, so awesome,
thank you.
man. You've totally inspired me to want to go there and not hike at all, but just bother people.
Yeah, we feel pretty lucky to have that in our backyard.
Oh yeah, super beautiful.
Squatch,
So-
you found your dog. You found.
Yeah, 5 days. Lulu, totally my fault. I'm taking photos here near Independence, and I'm living in Independence, California now for 6 months. It's awesome. We love it. My girlfriend Corey is in the
from
other
LA.
Yeah, and it's been great. And she'd been sleeping. 3 stops, took photos. Everything's fine. I this is mine. I want to hop back in. 5 minutes later, as I start going up this mine road, I look in the rearview mirror and she's not there. And I'm like, oh God. So 5 days. So the thing I learned, and you guys probably know this,
Trail
but if
tip.
you ever lose a dog,
Trail tip.
don't go looking for them. Stay where they went missing. Cook bacon. Put your filthy shorts on. I mean, I do that anyway. But let them come to you because
trail tip.
Yeah, they come back and.
Now, Squatch, does that include the adult diaper or just the shorts?
I have to keep that on because I was constantly myself. So.
Okay.
So it's like same thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
So.
You put your khakis on.
I've been like on a little bit of a social media, mostly abstention.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to have to go stalk your profiles now and see about all of this.
It's worth it, man.
It's gone down over the last 5 days.
Well, I think we got her back 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. But it was, I mean, when we finally, it was day 5, right? And we were doing the cooking the bacon up the road, and we had a trap from the local animal shelter. They said, you should get out of there, leave your smell there, but don't get cars around because they're in survival mode, right? They might freak out. So we drive 3 miles down the road, and there she is trotting up the road in the direction the bacon waft was coming from.
Wow.
So we really found that it worked. She lost about like 3 pounds, and sadly we were hungry, so we ate her. It's weird. It's not a happy ending, but it was really good to see her.
At least you found her.
Yeah, we found her.
And y'all were like reunited on like a cellular digestive level,
Yes.
Hakuna
Somewhere-
Matata.
Use it one
Somewhere
less.
if you don't vomit.
So Squash, what's new with you, man? What's going on these days?
What's new?
What do you
He
have
lived
planned?
to independence. That's what's
I know.
Don't bury the
That's
lead.
a-
What's
That's cool enough.
I know it's really cool. Really enjoying it. I mean, just the mellowness is just so quiet compared to being in LA. And but I've been still, working on this project about Nevada because I love. I think it's the most underrated state for beauty. So it's not too far. I just go over near Big Pine over that Highway 168. I think. I got to tell you guys a place. If you've never been there, you got to go. It's one of the coolest,
Clown
little-
Motel. Clown
What's
Motel.
that? Yeah, Clown. That's number 2.
Okay.
Number 1 is a place called Diana's Punch Bowl, and it's a natural formation. It's just south of the geographic center of Nevada. And dude, you're driving. Just put it in Google Maps if you're ever there, and you look, and there's this mound that rises up, and you go, There's no signs, right? You just follow, and you go up. There's a barbed wire fence you can take off and put back on the cattle rancher. You go up, and dude, you look in, and it's like a 25-foot drop to a hot spring that you can't go in because you die. It's like over 200 degrees, but it's bluish. It's like,
wow.
So there you are. You're looking down on this thing, and then you look up, and then it says 360, just beautiful Nevada. So yeah, I'm working on that. And I think I told you, man, I did a script. I actually wrote a script that I'm planning to do a Kickstarter on. And I know it's hard to believe, but it's about Bigfoot.
Wait,
it ain't.
Are you really going to do another Bigfoot film?
Yeah, no, I'm really, well, once, thank God, I don't care if I say this on there, but thank God Biden's in. If Trump was in, I was in Canada or.
Oh, yeah, no.
So, and I think the economy is going to start, maybe, now with the vaccines on the way. So I didn't want to do the Kickstarter at least for a couple months. But yeah, it's a script. It's about a guy who wants to prove Bigfoot exists, but he doesn't want to kill one. So it's all about.
So you're in the no-kill camp then, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Always
but
been.
Then there's people in the script who are, and there's conflict, and there's. It's a little like, imagine if it's kind of the style. It'll be like kind of the Coen brothers did a film about Bigfoot. That's what I want it to be funny, but I also want it to be kind of dramatic too. Let's go to a clip.
Hey, speaking of which, are you talking to us from the Clownmouth Motel? Because that's kind of what it looks like.
The Clownmouth.
The Clownmouth. That's a different hotel in Nevada.
Yeah, that involves a hole in a wall, and I don't really want to go there. But no, this is
look at D-Lo.
This is, where am I? Wait a minute. No, I'm in Haiti.
By the way, Squatch, you look like you're in like a bunk room at the hostel in Independence.
No, it looks. I can't take you on a tour, can you? Look at that secondary bed right there.
Is that your
green? Yeah.
If you guys come visit, this is where you're staying. So I know.
No,
it's a
thank
tight
you.
thing. Come on.
Green screen back there.
We spackled.
Was
all
that
the
a
holes
ghost
in the
that just
door.
went by?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Is there a stain on the lampshade?
It looks like there's a stain on the bed.
There is no lampshade.
Okay.
So
just a naked bulb.
What's that blinking red light above the bed?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make so I don't look 90. I don't know. Yeah. It does look kind of crappy on camera, doesn't it? Yeah. But
hey, where's Charlie?
Charlie is staying with my folks for the 6 months because they love him. But because Lulu, we love Lulu, but she's a bit of a, she's kind of a devil dog at times. So after Christmas, when there's no ornaments hanging from a tree, we're hoping to do like a 1 month shift. We'll get Charlie for a month, and my 88-year-old parents. Yeah, we'll get Lulu.
Squatch, we're gonna have to go to our next roulette guest here in a bit, but and by a bit I mean like right away. But I need to ask you a question before we roll out here.
Yes, I'm wearing pants.
Okay, great.
That wasn't the question, and it wasn't required.
It wasn't required. We don't care.
I'm not wearing pants right now.
Yeah, neither am I.
Okay, no, I am.
Nobody on the show is wearing pants tonight.
That's right. Anyway, imagine that you are stuck in a weather event in a tent. You're going to be holed up for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, would you rather you get 4 choices of who you want to be in the tent with?
Yeah.
Okay. $1.30.
Yeah.
The Onion, unlimited quantities of ice, or consensual ex-lovers.
number 4.
What is the consensual ex-lover? What is the consensual?
POD, I
What was
feel
the
like
fifth
you're not
option?
selling. I feel like you're not selling the ex-lovers
Yeah,
thing
you're not-
correctly
Yeah.
You've been selling it
because it's
differently
supposed to
every
be like
person.
all of the women that left you high and dry.
That's true. The original one was all the women that left you high and dry.
And so
Well,
like I feel like
that's
something.
that's a didn't happen. Anyway, no, he made, that is so weird because I saw that those options. You're like, and 5th, those you would rape. What? You know,
But why not the ice? Why not the ice?
well, first of all, wait a minute. I thought it was a blizzard.
Oh, is it a blizzard, POD, or is
Yeah.
it just inclement weather?
Just
Like maybe
weather.
raining?
It could be a
You know
blizzard.
what?
It could just be weather.
And I would go with the onion. Would be probably my next because he's such a mellow dude and he's well read, and I don't think he'd be too annoying for 4 days.
Well, you haven't spent any time with him then.
Yeah. But what was the first choice?
$1.30.
$1.30.
I remember. You know, I'm blanking on $1.30. I know I've met. Is he here on the thing? No.
No.
No, I met him a couple times. That's right. Yeah, I'd go with the onion because I know him a little better, and he's got a lot of tales to tell. You know, I mean,
But consensual ex-lovers, I mean.
yeah. Oh
can't
yeah.
go
What
wrong
are you
there.
kidding? Well, wait a minute. Would that it would require a note from Corey, my girlfriend? So that it's a conditional.
Okay.
thing. Who came up with that question? That's the stupidest
That's a-
goddamn question.
That's POD. Watch, before you're out of Trail Show Roulette, tell us when's
Yes.
the Nevada film expected to be released?
Okay, thank you. At I believe it's squatchfilms.com.
What? KatieGerber.com?
Yeah,
Say
no,
that again.
Squatch.
I think that's katiegerber.com.
It all depends. Probably we're looking at like March or April.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on now, and I think I'm pretty happy with a lot of stills, a lot of video. Also and I got really good several interviews actually with Dirtmonger when he was doing his great basin.
Awesome.
My dad,
Nice.
my 88-year-old dad, and I tracked him down. Got interviews with him, and then Zoner, I'm hoping to interview about his route he came up with in Nevada, and
Totally.
just some other
Hot
Filipino
Springs Trail.
Yeah.
And so we can find that on squatchburger.com. Is that correct?
No, that's squatchfilms.com. Don't ever go to Squatch Burger because
Burgersquatch.com.
Squatch, Squatch Burger. That's
Squatch
definitely
Burger
those are the
is
people
like
that are in the
not
kill
safe
cam
for
Yeah,
right there.
the kill people are definitely for that one.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey man, it was great to see you again.
Yes, good
And
seeing you guys.
I hope you make it out of that hotel that you're staying in alive.
I'm in jail actually.
And with all your skin too.
It's a halfway house. Who knew?
So you think I should shave all this and just go for the walrus?
Straight
Trying to-
Daniel.
I really do. I think you should lose the chin. Start
hair
by
or the
losing the
actual
chin.
chin?
No,
Okay.
just the hair of
Just
the chin.
one of the chins.
Just
Get rid
lose
of
that
one of the
first and
chins.
see how you like it. You know, trim
Special,
down the
could
rest so
you-
it looks nice. Maybe oil it.
Special,
Sounds
could you
good.
print some tusks?
Some
Did you ever see
Tusks,
Tusk by
walrus
that way?
tusks.
That movie that Kevin
No.
Smith made?
No,
Yeah,
Will
I mean,
Smith.
like I'm sure I could design and print some custom, like whatever tusks that you could hold with your teeth. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do
That'd
that.
be awesome.
In a tent
Yeah.
with non-consensual lovers. Got it. Okay.
With a lot of
Okay,
ice.
cool.
Make
Well,
sure
hey
you're
man, it
taking
was
your
great
notes.
catching up with you, and
right.
we'll look forward to that movie coming out.
Okay, guys.
Keep us
And happy
posted.
100th.
Hey, you know what?
Thank you.
I'm gonna actually hit this Kickstarter.
All right,
I will
dude.
too. We'll promote
That's
it on
awesome.
the show.
I
I
will.
can't believe it's only 100 shows. It seems like you guys have had more than that, and I still haven't listened to one.
Yeah.
Hey,
I have.
you're doing it right.
That's
All
right.
right, bye. Good
See you,
seeing
man.
y'all.
Adios.
Squatch.
Hasta-
Bye-bye.
All right, POD. I think we have some time to do trail news.
Yep, I just texted Clay and Cliff. They're going to come on in 15 more minutes.
Okay.
We also have
yeah.
some hotline calls and some audio updates.
Hold up, Triple O. How many hotline calls did we get? 4? That's it?
Yes, 4. That's it.
Let's do some trail news.
I really only have one story.
Good, let's do it. Let's do that one story.
And with all the news that's fit to be heard, Special 41, take it away.
2 hikers in jeans and tennis shoes, lucky to be alive after getting lost in blizzard conditions on Colorado's highest peak. Yeah, that's pretty much the story.
We've been talking
Um,
about this person for years on the trail show.
Search and rescue had to go out for a couple of individuals who went out. One of them was dressed in jeans. One of them lost a tennis shoe during these whiteout conditions. This is definitely like, okay, I read this, and like from what I read about it, I have to say, yeah, these two probably would have been dead. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
dead without search and rescue. So we talk about like some stories here and there on trail news about like things that have gone wrong, things that have gone bad, things where we just don't know what the heck happened because nobody ever came back, right? Well, in this case, these people got lucky as hell that search and rescue, search and rescue, and these are people who are dedicated to go out and save people's lives. That's what they're
What they
about,
do.
right? And they in their statements about this were like, yeah, it was pretty dicey conditions to like be going out in. I'm paraphrasing. It's pretty dicey conditions to be going out in and even attempting any of this. People are maybe familiar with like when they're doing chopper searches and things like that. If weather gets too bad, they'll call it off until weather is better so that they're not endangering rescuers in the process. This was a situation where two individuals went up. Again, one of them in jeans. They're wearing tennis shoes, completely unprepared for the situation, and ended up getting rescued by search and rescue, who, even in blizzard whiteout conditions, went and pulled these people out. So
I just don't understand. Like, it's starting to snow, and you're like, yeah, we should keep going. I just feel like on a base survival level.
No, I
don't
didn't
get
read anything that necessarily indicated that they kept going forward when it started to snow.
Okay, they were on the way down. Maybe.
So I don't want to over criticize, but when you're wearing jeans and tennis shoes that can easily pull off in deep snow because you're not like prepared and you haven't checked a weather forecast and you don't have any of that, they're lucky they had cell signal. They're lucky that search and rescue decided to go out and actually do this rather than what they could have done, which is said, hey, conditions are too bad to endanger the lives of rescuers to go out and do anything right now. So hopefully they'll be okay when we can go and actually look for them when we're not going to become secondary victims.
Right.
Because what you don't ever want to have happen is for search and rescue to become secondary victims because they're going
of you.
Yeah, because of you. So
what's up, D-Lo?
These two got super lucky. They should be thanking their lucky stars. They should be very much thanking search and rescue. And I hope that their social media is just flooded with appreciation for search and rescue and calls for people to give money to their local search and rescue and calls for people to be more sensible than they were when they went out into the conditions that they did, as unprepared as they were.
D-Lo.
For God's sake, they didn't even have a blowtorch to burn their blue jeans.
The listener who sent me forwarded that piece of news to me was like, they should have packed several extra pairs of jeans and their blowtorch.
Totally. Special.
For real.
You know what brand name tennis shoes they were hiking in at this time of year? Because if you can find that information out, we should publish it on our website so that our listeners avoid those particular brand name.
You know what? I didn't see that information, but I am going to actually back off from that and say no, because it doesn't matter what brand of tennis shoes they were.
No, it does.
These tennis shoes companies weren't marketing these shoes, I am sure, as mountaineering shoes.
Rockport.
As snow travel shoes, right?
I want to know how you lose a tennis shoe and not realize
who they were wearing, like what shoe company they purchased these tennis shoes from.
Rockport.
Certainly, maybe they were Rockport. Rockport.
Out of
order. If it was you, great. If it wasn't you, that's great too. Sorry, just
I think they were.
Send us some coupon codes. That'd be great. Okay, but anyway,
I bet they were Vans actually.
But it was probably like Vans or Nikes or something.
Yeah. Vans aren't really tennis shoes though. Those are more like skateboarding shoes.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I mean, it was something nondescript enough to be called a tennis shoe. So I doubt that they were
Puma.
wearing blue jeans and then also like some good ultras, for instance, which somebody could maybe describe as a tennis shoe, even though it's more like a cross trainer or running shoe or a trail runner.
Out of order.
Okay, anyway.
Dilo, who hikes in tennis shoes?
Ask Mags. Mags hikes in tennis shoes. Isn't that correct, Mags?
Oh, absolutely. My little short white tennis shorts to go with it. You know.
Yeah.
That's how I always hike.
You're nut huggers.
John McEnroe
Absolutely.
shorts.
And I wore like a little sweatband.
You
They
and
were a
Smirka,
nice
man.
Which by the way,
sweatband.
Mags, I'm just gonna say thank you so much for sending me that calendar of like you with all of those like the pottery shards and the Utah scenes with just like you and your short shorts.
Oh, absolutely.
So great. That was really fantastic.
Nothing pairs better with 800-year-old dwellings than a short, stocky Italian guy with a hairy chest posing in front of it.
Short shorts.
And his hairy plums hanging out.
Pink short shorts, y'all. Oof, man, if you didn't get that calendar, you missed out.
Short shorts, tennis shoes, and long socks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right, guys,
I gotta put myself on mute.
I got a couple of calls to play, and I know that Out of Order does too.
No, that's cool. That was really the only trail news that I had because it was basically fit for a 100th episode.
Excellent. That was a perfect.
And I'm going to say actually thank you to the few people that did send that my way. A few people did send that to me and say that I had to cover it, and they were each and every one of them correct.
Good choice.
Sorry, that sounds like Mr. Rogers.
No?
Yeah. Okay. Well, instead of that, I'm going to read a letter.
Okay. Spoken word.
It says, this is a kind of an Ask a Hiker question, actually. Okay. I'm taking over Delo's spot for a second. It says, Dear Mrs. Delo, the trail show only records one episode a month. Think you can let him out a little earlier so he can be on time to record the show?
Oh. Is that
ouch? Ouch!
Is that
wow
for the
wow,
DiLorenzo
ouch.
clan to answer?
Yes.
Sure.
Dilo, are you authorized to answer this question on
That
your
was an
own?
actual letter that we did get, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't make
Dear
that up.
Mrs. Delo.
The trail show
yeah.
only records one episode a month.
Not really a question for you, Dilo.
Think you can let him out a little earlier so he can be on time
You can just
to
nod
record
yes
the
or no.
show.
Oh, we're going to get an answer
from Mrs. Delo.
Wow.
Hello, this is
Oh.
Mr. Brunthal.
And this is Leo interrupting her.
I am married to I don't know if I'm Mrs. Dilo. I've never been by that name.
Yeah, her last name's Gunther.
Dilo is a man with his own free will. He does as he wishes. It is not up to me when he joins the trail show.
So he's been just
he finished his decks, so he might
So
have a
he
little
might
more
join a
time.
little earlier.
We're gonna put laminate flooring in our downstairs room at some point, but besides his projects and his dinners that he cooks, he's free, and his job, and yeah.
So I
wow.
I think basically everybody was just told I'm responsible for my own lateness.
Dilo,
Yeah,
what
you
the hell, man?
You've been blaming it on your family for years.
And it turns out it was you.
Man, what a come to Jesus moment on this 100th episode.
Woo.
Are those tire tracks I say in your back, Dilo?
I need a drink now.
What do you have to say for yourself, Mike?
I actually like the online living because I can be a little bit earlier or later, and it just kind of works.
So you can just give us all the finger every month by showing up when you want, even though the rest of us are on
it's
time.
not that vindictive.
Is that
It's
what you're saying?
More casual than that.
All right, let's move on.
I think we have some new guests here. Everybody.
We have some new guests.
Now on Trail Show Roulette, we have Cliff Kipp and Clay Jacobson, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! All right, welcome.
Welcome to you both.
What is up?
Doing a little trail show roulette tonight for our 100th episode. We're excited that you guys can join us. This is going to be great because this is a little, Montana versus Idaho,
Yeah.
Who's more lumber sexual? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Who's got on the plaid? Clay's got on plaid. Cliff, where's your plaid, bro?
No idea.
Corduroy.
Oh, okay. That works.
What's up, Cliff?
Choice.
How you doing?
Have you
Let's
guys
see,
met? Have you guys met before?
No, we have not.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
There's no Idaho, Montana animosity because we know we're both better than Colorado.
Oh.
Actually, I have Colorado roots, so it's hard for me to pick.
Ah.
Fair enough.
Cliff Kip, it's been a while, my friend. How the hell are you doing?
Hanging in there. Yeah. Just like everybody else, I imagine. Riding the wave of infections, and we're in a bit of a hot spot here in Northwest Montana, but it didn't come till later in the project season, so we got most of our season done before we got infected. We did have a few infections.
I heard about that genital herpes outbreak. I was sorry to hear about that.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear about that one. I need to see the incident report.
Come on, POD.
I thought they traced it back to like some management level stuff.
No, college football at the local bar.
Ah, yes.
Oh, of course. So you guys.
App State is so alluring. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Montana Conservation Corps. You guys were able to like carry on with most of your projects in 2020.
I'd say about half, 3/4. Yeah, we didn't do any youth programs or tribal programming, so just the adult crews, weeds crews, and we made it through. It was rough. It was rough though. We had to lay off all our youth staff. We run on a little thin margin up in the MCC, and without any revenue coming in the spring, we got caught. Had to lay off all our youth staff. Didn't run youth programs, but made it through, the bulk of us, and recharging for another go.
Okay.
GAOA is a big deal, right? Everybody heard about that?
About what?
GAOA, Great American Outdoors Act.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Clay? I know you guys still ran a lot of your trips. What percentage did you guys run this summer?
Idaho Trails Association, right?
Idaho Trails Association, yeah. And we're a much smaller organization than MCC. They run a much bigger program than us, but yeah, we had to cancel all our projects through June, and end of June is when we finally got the go-ahead from the Forest Service that we could operate, and we had to, come up with a plan with the CDC and get that approved by the Forest Service. And then because we are just dealing with volunteers, most volunteers signed up in March, before the shutdown, before everything got into full swing. So obviously plans had changed, and so our first couple months of projects, we saw a lot of people dropping off, and but it picked up through the summer.
Right on.
Clay, you get extra points on tonight's call because you have a giant map of Idaho behind you. You get a couple extra points for
Cliff,
that.
where's your Montana map? What's up, man?
I was going with the holiday theme.
Holiday flavor. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'd say coming up with a plan, being able to tell our agency partners that we had a plan for how to try and mitigate the spread made a big difference. But for a while, we were wondering if they were going to let us, on their trails or, on their property to do work. And once we got the green light, then we were confident to run our adult crews, and it worked out. But yeah, touch and go. Actually, I was on a project with Idaho Trails Association up at a lookout, at a lookout with a bunch of goats.
Snow Peak.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were there, huh?
Yeah, I caused a kerfuffle.
Uh-oh.
Actually. Yeah.
With the goats?
Like fat fingering spot device, and just given the time of day, everybody else had turned off their devices. And so Forest Service was trying to get in touch with us. There were 6 devices among everybody. And thankfully everybody stood down till the next morning, turn on our devices again, talk to Forest Service, talk to ITA, figure out what it was, and ask the emergency services to stand down. But that was totally my fault. And
Yeah, good. We're gonna learn from that. We're gonna incorporate a scenario for future trainings. Be well familiar with the device. I honestly haven't been in the field for like 8 years.
Really,
And,
really.
that was a beautiful place to go. It was a sweet project, and I was psyched to be on it with your guys. They did awesome.
I've drove out there later in the summer for another project that was a little further out that road, and never have I thought so many times I was only an hour away from somewhere. Like, it was just like further and further and further and further away. It was crazy. It's like 3 hours of 15-mile-an-hour roads.
Yeah.
Cool
And they were dirt, right? And they were
the Panhandle.
The roads were dirt. 3 hours of dirt road driving.
Yeah, like 10 to 15 mile per hour dirt roads.
I remember when I drove out to Atlanta.
Lots of washboard.
Yeah, when I drove out to Atlanta, Idaho, it was really far. It was really far. And I was in the Prius. I feel like I should get an award for making it out that far. But there were a couple places on the drive out where Kat and I got out of the car and were like, wonder if we should keep going. But anyway, yeah, it was really far away from everything. Anyway.
I did the same thing, and I was driving a diesel, so.
Now, Cliff, let's back up real quick to that spot device. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to like actually.
What happened there?
Take the black flap off of the SOS part, and then press the SOS. How do you make a mistake with that?
Well, our device, because I was untrained. That's the answer.
I don't know, man.
I'm familiar with that was the first time I'd taken one out, and all the little markings were rubbed off. I talked about it for like 2 minutes on the way out the door with the people that know how to use the device, but honestly, we've moved on mostly to inReaches, a lot of cell phones and radios still. So yeah, I mean, the answer is because I was untrained.
What about
so what I thought was connecting to satellite was actually sending like, hey, I have an issue. It's not life threatening, but I have an issue and need help.
But the goats, Cliff, did the goats spook you into activating the spot device?
I never saw a goat. I saw a lot of trace. I saw a lot of goat evidence, but I never saw a goat. So
okay.
But did the fear of the goats cause this? Was it the fear, like this background, like the goats are coming kind of thing? That made you so nervous that you're like, I better get familiar with this device. And then when you took it out, and since you didn't have the training, you pressed the wrong button.
Listen, what's crazy is I did it both nights.
When you thought it was a goat.
I did it both nights. It was the mosquitoes. Actually, it was the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
That makes sense too.
I think we got to take some points away from Montana for
fair.
For pressing the wrong button. The device has like 4 buttons, and you press the wrong one. Come on.
It was in Idaho.
Did anybody ever expect Montana to be tech savvy?
Yeah,
good point. Clay Jacobson, what's the most exciting trip that you guys have planned for next summer?
Next summer, we're just starting to put together the project list. I'm actually on vacation now. I'm going to be starting that in 2 weeks when I get back in the office. But we're going to be trying to redo some of the projects that we had to cancel this last year. So we got a jet boat trip into Hell's Canyon around spring break time, getting in there early below the snow line. Then probably a June-ish trip, taking a jet boat up the Salmon River into the Gospel Hump. Probably trying to hit that same trail from the top with like side-by-sides or four-wheelers or something like that. Probably do some more fly-in trips in the Frank Church.
Any plans to go open that section up by Poet Creek, that crazy, 2,000 blowdown section that we walked through?
Last I heard, the Forest Service had taken that off the system map.
I see.
They're not really trying to keep that open.
That doesn't mean nothing to me.
That just means
I'm a little. So kind of an aside, but I'm a little curious whether you prefer the jet boats or the or the air dropping kind of. It sounds like you get around in style is what I'm kind of getting at. What do you prefer to fly, to take the boat, more of a yacht man? What's up?
I've done the jet boats on I think maybe 3 trips now. And it is amazing. It's like you're kind of doing the reverse of a rafting trip. You're going up the rapids.
Yeah.
which is a crazy experience.
Nice.
I've only done one fly-in trip into the Frank Church, but that was pretty amazing. So,
Have you ever done
I
any?
might have to go with the
goat
plane.
packing? Have you ever done any goat packing?
I have not.
No.
I have not.
Do you
That's
have
in
any of those?
Montana. That's in Montana.
Yeah,
They
that's
do
a
that.
Montana thing. They don't do
Oh,
jet boats in
that's you
Montana.
don't do the goat packing in Idaho. Okay, got it.
That's
Sorry,
Do you have
I
any
get the
pictures of
two
your?
states. I really get the two states confused, honestly, like Montana and Idaho.
Yeah, they look so similar on the map.
They do.
I mean, hey, once we add Puerto Rico, they're probably going to have to join anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to keep it at 50. So when you
Oh, I
flew
see,
in,
yes.
did you?
make the
We're not going to
Dakotas
redo
join.
the flag. Let's get
That's
real. So, when you flew in, did you post a lot of photos of that?
Yeah, I got some video clips and stuff. Definitely, yeah.
Ooh, huh. I'm gonna have to look on the Instagram. I thought I followed you, but I don't think I saw anything.
Cliff Kip, do you guys do
Fantasy
jet
Metal Hero.
boats and like helicopters and stuff with MCC? Yeah.
Yeah, down in Idaho. Yeah, not out of my office so much. More like rafts getting across like Middle Fork, North Fork to access the park, Glacier Park. But otherwise, and some airplane, but most of that is out of our Missoula region because they're hitting that, southeast Idaho area.
Wow.
We love packing.
Okay. Hey,
Hey,
Clay. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask whether that hat you're wearing is available for purchase as a way to fund your efforts.
Oh,
wait, hold that up again. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Wellness Foundation.
Can you
So
hold it up again? I want to see it.
For our listeners, his hat is like it says Bob Marshall, and it's got like a picture of like a hold it upright. So it's like a picture of like a pack mule with like I don't know, it looks like it may be a bedroll or some equipment or something like on there. And I can't quite make out the subtext on it, but it just says Bob Marshall and it's
Bob
got
Marshall
this
Wilderness
pack mule.
Foundation.
Okay,
Wilderness
so yeah.
Foundation.
In any case, it's pretty. As a guy who's got like, I think I've got about 20 hats at this point.
Same.
That hat's pretty dope. So you get 2 points for the hat.
That hat.
Except the hat. Yeah. No, you get points for the hat.
Got for the hat. What are we wearing there?
Hey,
Yeah.
Clay, real
Snip
quick.
hat.
You been playing any sets at the Dirty Shame?
Not too recently.
Okay.
It's because of the shutdown and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to play a music set live with a mask on. I get it.
Yeah. Had some good campfire jams recently.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Cliff, do you play any instruments?
No.
Oh, got to give the points to Idaho on that, man.
You're gonna lose some points there.
Oh,
take away all the
ouch.
hat points. Almost all the hat points just went away.
Yeah.
Beauty, what about your survey question?
Damn.
Well, I don't think these guys know the two people on our survey.
Well, you can
And
make up
they're not any lesser
Doesn't
for
matter.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll ask you the survey question. Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to ask you guys a survey question. Imagine that you're stuck in a tent. You're going to be stuck in the tent for 48 hours. Okay, it's terrible weather. You cannot leave. There's no way. You get 4 choices of who's going to be in the tent with you. Okay, $1.30, the Onion, unlimited quantities of ice, or all the women who have left you high and dry.
Look at Clay.
I'm glad you phrased it right this time.
Is the ice a trail name or is that just ice?
No, ice cubes.
No, like
Real
literally
ice.
ice.
Cube.
Actual
Lot of ice.
water ice. Yeah.
Come on, guys. Gun to your head. What's it going to be?
What's the first one? $1.30.
Yeah.
I don't know that person, but I'll stay in the tent with him.
All right.
Okay.
Clay, what do you got?
I would camp with $1.30 or the Onion, but if I was going to choose, I'd pick ice, obviously.
Oh. Wait, I'm sorry. Why obviously? I can understand rationally, but why obvious?
It's like a luxury item in the backcountry.
That's true.
That's
Okay,
true.
all right.
And $1.30 is
Cocktail
not a
ice.
luxury item in the
$1.30
backcountry.
not a
I'll tell you that
luxury.
right now. Just get him to talk to you about his lopers that he used on his recent trail maintenance trip.
I love that you guys that you smash him so hard for the lopers because it's just a mispronunciation of loppers, which I just think is great.
By a person who's never touched a tool in his life.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I guess as a person who who stutters and says things wrong, I find it amusing as hell.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he stuck
we got
by the
Dirtmonger?
wrong pronunciation was interesting.
Dirt.
Yeah.
Clay Jacobson, what are you drinking tonight?
Yeah. What's in that bottle?
Can.
Got the Payette Rustler IPA.
Oh.
It's new can.
Oh.
Used to be called Outlaw. Then it went to the Rustler. Now it's got pretty fancy cowboy riding the bicycle.
Oh, let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like
yeah.
It kind of looks like the remember the 5th of November guy, Guy Fawkes.
Let me see that can again. Let's see that can again.
Yeah, it's Guy Fawkes. He's gonna do he's gonna blow up the building in British Parliament, right?
Oh yeah.
He's got a whip.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm curious, like if you're riding a bicycle, like typically a whip is for the cows or the horses rather, right? So like if you're on a bicycle, what are you whipping? Are you whipping yourself? Are you back there like, well, chow, faster, human? Or what part of the bike would you whip?
There is dirt. Hey, Cliff. By the way, your kid looks to be about the same age as Delo's kid. Cliff, how old's your kid?
This young man is Walker, and he's 6 years old.
6.
What's up, Walker?
Hey, Walker. And Delo's child, Leo, is 8 years old.
Fun fact. The first trail show was recorded in a room in this house a month before Leo was born.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Here we are at the 100th show.
Yep. 8 years later.
That's right.
Wow. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
Walker, do you like walking?
Do either of you guys want to tell us anything about your dads?
Tell
what
us,
do you want
Walker.
to tell us about your dad? Tell us
Let
what
Walker
you want
go
about
first.
your dad. Walker, what's up?
My sister's 8.
Oh.
That's about your sister. That's not about me, man.
I know.
Walker, do you like to walk? Do you like hiking? Yeah, what's your favorite hike?
He's nodding, people. Whitefish. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
What was the first hike you remember doing with your dad?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Don't know.
It was when I was.
Were there? It was when you're a baby. Were there trees there? What about rocks?
Yeah.
Were there any roots?
No, they were on the moon special.
Can you remember if there were animals or insects?
Always.
No. Are you on the spot right now? I put you on the spot, didn't I?
It's okay.
I got to tell you, you're doing a great job, though.
POD Trail Show Roulette
You're doing a
has
great
to
job.
continue.
Yes, it does. Yeah, so we're gonna keep going with our trail show roulette. Clay and Cliff, we're so excited that you guys were able to join us tonight. I think Idaho won this battle.
Yeah.
And I think it's just more attitude than Montanitude.
Yeah, no, I did. That's a significant misstep on my part. Hopefully other people learn from that.
Out of order. I had someone on a trail project that knows you.
I heard.
Yeah.
Dea, who I hiked in the Camino in Spain with.
Dale was on the show for a hot
Oh
minute.
yeah, from the updates.
Yeah.
He joined me for a trail project this summer.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's great to
He's living
hear.
in Boise now.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
cool.
Before
cool.
we let you guys go, where can people go to support your organization?
Yes, good point.
They can go to www.mtcorps.org.
Clay.
Or
Remember,
Idaho.
the S is silent, people. The S is silent. Core. But there's you don't really hear the P either. It's the
Not
P and the
close.
S are silent.
Or IdahoTrailsAssociation.org, which we're actually doing our membership drive right now. If you guys feel like supporting trail work in Idaho, or if you're in Idaho and want to come out on a project, look us up.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much.
Don't forget
Cool.
katieburger.com.
And Cliff, I think Dirt wanted you to stay on for a little bit to just.
I was gonna say, can I listen for a bit?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, you guys can stay on as long as you want.
Yeah,
It's
we're
fine.
gonna mute you.
We're
You
just
won't be
gonna
able to
move
talk
on.
at all.
Thanks, Clay. Good to see you.
Can you guys
Yeah,
hear
meet
me
you,
now?
Cliff. See you out on the trail.
Word.
katieburger.com.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
We can. There you are.
Hear you, man.
Weird. I had to do like my cursor stopped working. Now I'm hearing myself in echo because I have two things going: the phone.
Well, you should mute the computer then it won't echo.
How did your
Oh,
cursor stop working? Like what happened, man?
I
don't know what happened.
You know what probably happened is some dirt got into one of the jacks there and it messed up the. That's probably what happened. Is some dust and some grit.
Mags,
All
Mags,
right.
do you have any ideas as to why his cursor disappeared?
No, I didn't.
Do you have an AOL.com email address?
It didn't disappear. It's just on top of the screen, and I can't. It just goes like this, back and forth, really fast.
All right, so for our Trail Show listeners, we got some new guests on our roulette. We've got Dirtmongers joining us, and Joshua, Bobcat, Stacy.
Bobby!
Hi, everybody.
Whoa, listen to that voice. Damn.
What is up, guys?
No
You
mute.
Hello, ladies.
How's it going?
Good.
Great.
Long time no speak. How the hell?
Bobcat, where are you?
I'm in Morro Bay, California. I'm on a little birding short trip from home and camped out up in the hills, Cerro Alto, actually. And so I had to come down to town to use some public Wi-Fi to make this call.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey,
and that's why I don't have video as well.
Okay.
I didn't want to push my luck too far.
Well,
Yeah,
your
that's
audio
fine.
sounds great. So
Thank you.
So, in case I forget, I'm going to go ahead and ask you the survey question right here at the start of our
I'm gonna
roulette.
have to do this one.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Dirtmonger and Bobcat, imagine that it's foul weather outside. So foul that you're going to be stuck in your tent for 48 hours. There's no escaping. Okay. You get
Okay.
4 choices of who gets to be in the tent with you. Okay. You can either be in there with $1.30, the Onion, unlimited quantities of ice, or all the women who have left you high and dry. Which do you choose?
I sounds like all the women that have left me out.
Whoa, that was trippy.
Dirt,
I
did you
told
just
you,
say
it's all
ice?
Hold on. I'm gonna have to-
Bobcat, what do you think?
I think I would take all the women that left me high and dry.
Yeah.
Good 48 hours of reconciliation.
Oh, look at that! Ready to do the hard work. I like it.
This is like a Willie Nelson song come to life. All the girls I love.
But I like the effect that you put on Dirtmonger's voice for that.
That was
All
me.
the women that
That's
left me high
Dirt,
and
man.
dry.
Dirt's running his own soundboard right now. We got no control.
I thought that was the purple machine coming through.
No, dude, that's Dirt's
go
machine.
off of my phone.
All right, Dirt.
Dirt,
What about you?
Dirt's having some technical issues.
I
What's
swear
your-
it was literally as soon as I went on the computer or I got into the meeting, the cursor stopped working. Sorry.
We can hear you fine now, though.
It's
Yeah, now
probably
I don't
those
have to stop,
viruses.
Eating echoes. The question was, I said, what's the difference between all the ice in the world and all your ex-lovers that left you high and dry? It sounds like the same thing.
You got to answer the question, man.
Oh, he got deep, but he didn't.
I mean, I
say
would
an
go with
answer.
$1.30. He would be a good snuggle buddy.
Man, Buck is in the lead. Buck is in the lead.
Yeah,
He
he could be
is.
little
And
spoon,
not
I'll
even
be big
close.
spoon.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll be
I'm
big
just going to
spoon.
point out real quick. Dirt is wearing a softly electric hoodie.
Ooh.
I just messaged him. I have as one of my prized T-shirts, and I've got a lot of T-shirts. People, I'm going to cop to it. I have a bit of a collection. I have a softly electric T-shirt, but I'm seeing this hoodie, and I am straight up jealous
You know,
right now.
I wear it all the time.
Oh
I usually Porky
man.
Pig in it, you know? Well, opposite of Porky Pig. I usually wear
Well,
this with nothing on underneath.
Yeah, that's Porky
That's
Piggy.
Porky Pig.
No,
Yeah.
it's the opposite. Porky Pig has pants with no shirt, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, all right.
No, Porky
Yeah,
Pig is
if
shirt, no
it's
pants.
yeah,
you're
Porky
right.
Pig.
I
Porky Pig has no
figured there was
pants.
pants.
It's also called shirt cocking.
Why
That's
not
right,
Donald
that's right.
Ducking? I mean,
Or
Donald Duck
Duck,
is
yeah.
the same thing.
Or
Yeah.
Winnie the Poohing.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, pooing adds a whole
That's
other
when you
level.
take a dump with only a
That's
shirt
a
on.
mud
Hey,
falcon, my friend.
listen, y'all are welcome to add your own entries to UrbanDictionary.com.
Hey, Bobby, talk to us, man. What's the latest? You been getting out doing any hiking? What are you up to these days?
I've been doing a lot more cycling than hiking the last couple of years, and not much of either
All right,
this
mute
year.
him.
But
Mute him.
Wow, not much. So COVID's had you on lockdown?
I've done some short bikepacking trips from home, but nothing like my normal year. The year before that, I rode cross country from my home near the Pacific and to Jamestown, and Yorktown, Virginia,
We got
and
to
that was
host
route.
you for a night.
That's right. Yeah, that was very kind of you, and congratulations on your 100th episode. Also.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is huge. It's hard to believe it's been this long. But yeah, I had a great time hanging out with you all, and it was a birding focused trip. I'm super into bird watching, and that's what I do a lot of the time to get outside right now. And it's been nice during COVID to be able to take shorter trips focused on different places in the immediate area, looking for new species and things like that.
Have you seen any mud falcons?
I knew it was coming.
I've heard a little bit about mud falcons, but I've yet to spot one.
Okay.
What about a blood falcon?
Oh, POD, why? Why do you gotta take it to the gutter immediately?
I'm just asking questions.
Okay.
Trying to be a good, correspondent here.
No, but
we have to
I
ask
saw
questions.
Aplomado falcon down in Peru together. That was pretty sweet.
Hey, what?
An Aplomado falcon.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Can you spell that and then use it in a sentence?
Well, maybe,
I don't know
what does Aplomado mean in Spanish?
How do you spell it?
Aplomado.
Feathered.
Just feathered falcon.
Feathered falcon.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Really descriptive.
I mean,
Yeah.
aplomado would be, in my opinion, aplomado would be like, maybe would have some, like really fancy feathers
like
or something.
extra feathers or something? Like,
yeah, like I'm thinking of,
very feathered?
Yeah, like maybe has some fancy.
Like a double IPA.
I don't know.
Double feathers.
Yeah. Something really.
Bobby,
like,
have you been down to Patagonia, Arizona?
Like to accentuate the feathers?
Yes, accentuate or like poise, like it looks a certain way, or yeah.
Cool.
It's kind of like a mix between pluma is feather, and then plomar or ploma is like to plumb. It's hard to explain, but anyway, I would think of like something very distinct and like almost regal looking or something. I don't know. I don't know what they look like.
Describes it. Yeah, no,
Okay.
that describes it. Yeah, that works. To answer the question about Patagonia, Arizona, I have not. I've been to Madera Canyon and some other parts of southeastern Arizona, but I haven't been to Patagonia.
Gotta go, bro.
Oh yeah, it's on the list for sure.
Cool. Dirtmonger, what's your status, man? Are you in Nevada still? Or are you in Colorado? What's happening?
Oh no, I'm back to work.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in Glenwood Springs, Colorado.
By the way, I just want you to know, and I apologize in advance, man, we're getting reports of hundreds of people on the Great Basin Trail because of the trail show now. Like, I apologize. Like, I know you were trying to like kind of keep it a little on the, but dude, there's hundreds of people out there spreading COVID, man.
I even heard that Squatch did a through hike of the trail.
Well, I imagine all the small towns are being overrun by bums,
Yep. By a bunch of hikers looking for like free Wi-Fi and places to
Yeah,
plug in and charge their
a lot of hippie tree hugging name calling out there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We actually listened to your interview last night, Monger, on your
Oh,
loop
cool.
on the trail show, because Joan and I, we had 2 weeks there last year and we loved it. We were at Mount Moriah. We were
Yeah.
talking about it, and by coincidence, we just listened to it. And it
Oh,
sounds
cool.
like an incredible loop. And
Definitely.
I agree. Nevada is just an incredible place that just doesn't get enough love in the outdoor community, for sure.
Absolutely, man. And hey, thanks to the trail show for putting it on too, because I'm getting a lot of good feedback, and that's pretty awesome, man. Just thanks for that. Appreciate it. So, yeah,
That's cool.
that's good stuff. Yeah. I might be going out there next spring again too, just to keep on fine tuning stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, question: are you going to make people do trail work to get your trail data, like our good friend Larry Boy?
No, you know what, man?
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Come on. We got two guys.
Say yes.
We got two
Say
guys on
yes.
the line who spend their entire lives trying to make the trails great again.
I
You
worked
see
for one-
them?
I worked
Do
for
you
one of those
see
guys
them?
for 4 years.
Are you just gonna spit in their faces right now?
Well, first and foremost, there's not a lot of trail out there to begin with.
So build some.
Maybe you can go help maintain some springs, but usually the ranchers are taking care of all the most important sources out there and stuff like
Maintain
that.
some
so.
springs.
Yeah.
By the
They
way,
go help with
Dirt,
some
Well,
cows.
well,
Milk
you
some
could just
cows,
require
okay.
them to have done some trail work in their local area.
Yeah, somewhere. It doesn't have to be on that trail. Just
Yeah.
Oh, no, I agree with that, but if I'm gonna have a conversation with someone and they want the info and we have a talk about it, and I'm more interested in their interest in it and how much they care about being out there, then I'm fine for it. But it's also a different type of route than a trail that's trying to be established. This is more or less like a route that's trying to be like kind of like a it's not like established like from an organizational sense. It's just like, hey, if you want to go do a cool route someplace and challenge yourself, then that's like, I don't think you need to go do trail work for that. I just really want to hear about how much you care about being out there.
I don't know, man.
Clay, Cliff, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't think that's strict enough. I think there needs to be some more sideboards on there. Make them like work for that data.
Oh gosh, man. I just want to have conversations with people and get them outside. That's all I want to do with this thing. It's overlooked, whatever word you want to use. It's not like there's going to be a lot of people out there anyways, but I want people to go do stuff like volunteer trail work, regardless of the fact that they're going to go hike any other long distance trail. I think like major trails should have people go do trail work before going out on a trail, but I don't even think it's worth fighting for anymore. Just freaking have conversations about it and talk about how much you could do, what you could do while you're out there to care for it.
Hey, Dirk,
I just think there's a different conversation.
We had some feedback on your episode. We had a listener write in who was like, I love how Dirt just mentioned nonchalantly, there's a 50-mile water carry, but it's not too bad.
Oh, it's not. I don't I mean,
Okay, but wait, hold on a second. We're not going to go back and revisit the whole trail, just FYI.
No, I don't want to. We don't need to. But my point, or what I was getting into, was just the talk of like water carries. I think they get like hyped up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But I just think it gets hyped up. But that's because everyone wants to protect everyone, I guess. But I say go for it. Like if you're thirsty for 12 hours, you're not gonna die. You're fine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
but you're a lot closer to death at that point.
Yeah, you might be
12 hours without water? No. You got to go like 2 days without water.
I mean,
to get to that point.
Do you want to tell everybody about kidney stones?
It's not straight up starvation though. It's dehydration and the cumulative impacts of like poor decision making and things like that come from dehydration. That's really what it comes down to. You're a hardcore high level
hey now
mother bleeder. So like it's a little maybe different for you because you have an intimate personal understanding of where those lines lie for you, but a lot of people there's no real difference in the line between dehydration
And
of
death.
like a discomforting nature and dehydration of a dangerous nature.
I think Bobcat was going to
Absolutely.
add something
Absolutely.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just
Bobcat.
curious. No, I was just wondering if we wanted to talk about the long-term effects of dehydration in the form of kidney stones.
Mm-hmm.
Dirtmonger, can you speak on that?
I did have kidney stones on the Continental Divide Trail, but that was, because I got food poisoning after being out on trail for 6 months, and it's all that balance, really, ultimately. But I'm not sitting here to tell people go do 50 miles and not drink water for 12 hours.
You are. That's exactly what you're telling people.
No, I just think that.
Wait a minute. You had food poisoning and kidney stones at the same time?
No, I had food poisoning that developed the kidney stones.
Oh,
I didn't know that was a thing, huh?
Well, because I got dehydrated from the food poisoning, which then put me into kidney stone hell.
Dude, that sounds like a bad day on the trail.
It was food poisoning out of Cuba, and then I pissed out the stones on Nita's Toaster House's patio.
Oh,
in Pie Town.
Yowzer! Yowzer!
Yeah,
oh
that was
man, ouch!
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how you learn. What
I
their
got to tell you,
limits are.
I'm really glad I've never had kidney stones, and
they hurt. They hurt
pray
pretty
I
bad.
never do.
Yeah.
Bobby, are you playing any music these days?
Not a ton. This fall I worked with one pod of kids for every week for the last couple months, which was nice, and we played music with and for them some, but no big projects going right now as far as recording or performing.
Hey, Bobcat, you should get together with Clay Jacobson over there.
Have
You
a
guys could do some projects together.
long distance project. That sounds fun.
I don't know, man. I think you guys could do a live show at the Dirty Shame, and it'd be fine. It'd be fine.
Everyone's welcome at the Shame.
You talking about the Dirty Shame and the Yak?
No, in my hometown, Garden Valley, Idaho.
Oh, there's two Dirty Shames in Idaho.
Oh, what?
There's one's Montana. Yak's in Montana.
Oh, one's Montana. That's right. Okay.
Ooh, now we're gonna have to pit the two bars against each other and see which one wins.
How could there possibly be two bars named the Dirty Shame?
Like, there's actually another one in John Day, Oregon, too. No relation.
Wow.
My mind's blown.
Interesting.
Gotta stop the show right now.
You know what? This is like different place names that seem to pop up all the time, and it's just weird to me, like Cold Springs or Deer Spring, Bear Springs,
Shy Clown,
Shy Clown,
the Clown Mouth Motel,
Clown Mouth.
There's lots.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord. Okay.
Oh God.
It's the Bridal Veil Falls of bars. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah. How many Bridal Veil Falls are there in the United States? Thousands.
Cliff, can you describe the Dirty Shame in your area to us? What's the scene there?
I think it's pretty much a rectangle with, probably some Bud Light sign. I've never been inside. I've never been
with some Bud Light signs.
I've ridden my bike past it. I know maybe bike's a bad word here, but yeah, I have never been inside. I know there's some Confederate flags and some American flags, some Harleys and other types of bikes.
Well, it sounds like it's probably similar to the Dirty Shame in Idaho. But again, I'm going to have to give Idaho points for this one because Clay's actually been inside and played music there.
That's points. That's points. Ryan, you got to get us some points, buddy.
What points? All I'm thinking about is Rick Bass talks a lot about the Dirty Shame and the Yak, so like that's kind of where you
read Rick Bass.
Yeah.
Cliff, I love that you stuck around to get overtime points.
Yeah. Yeah, I drove 12 hours today. I'm kind of like a little out of it, but I'm trying to chug down a Modelo to get like kind of buzzed and happy, but it's taking me a while.
By the way, anybody got some thoughts on Rick Bass's comments on, I don't know, a little long trail called the Pacific Northwest Trail?
I'm not sure, but I think Dirtmonger should get one of those sleeping bags from behind him and just crawl into it worm style right
Yeah,
now.
what do you get? You
That's
got
my
like a gear
catabatic
shop
wall.
over there?
Yeah, get one of those catabatics and just like wear
That's
it
my
right
cocoon.
now.
I'm actually a
You
vampire.
you
I sleep upside
you
down.
can either you can either wear it as a cocoon or a cape. I'll accept either.
Oh my God,
No-
that's incredible.
Yeah, that's my little wall there. Notice how dingy that one on the over there is. That's
You
pretty
know,
bad.
Dirtmonger, they all look a little dingy.
It
No,
just
these
needs a
two are
little.
brand new.
Yeah, the one
It
on the
just
left.
needs. You just need some nick wax. You'll be good.
Oh,
yeah,
look at Clay Cup.
Look at like,
Oh,
That's like
there
a-
we go.
there it is,
Nice.
man.
Oh, I like those colors too, Clay. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna pin your video. You look so good. Look at that.
Blue and green.
Blue and green. That's right.
So I've never seen any grizzlies in the Yak. I'm sure that they are a distinct population, but I'm not sure that the upset that Rick is expressing. I don't know. I shouldn't call him Rick, Mr. Bass. Well founded, but to my mind, it's. I mean, maybe 100 people a year. Maybe do the. I mean, how many people do the PNT?
Hey, he said it's going to be 5,000, man. Wow, Bobby.
5,000.
What?
5,000 people doing the PNT. Maybe in
I think it's too hard. It's too hard.
Maybe
to
in
gauge it,
2030.
When to leave and which direction to go. I mean, it's like conundrum. You just risk it. You got to go for it. It's cool country, but I don't know. I mean, Rick is I love what Yak Valley Forest Council does. I mean, they're good. That's a good organization, and he's on their board.
Yep.
So, and I mean, I agree. It's a beautiful place and deserves, protection for the roadless areas and stuff like that. But I don't think the trail is that big of a deal. That background is amazing. I just noticed that.
POD's background?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
No.
has fun. She has fun with virtual backgrounds.
Hold on, wait. I gotta click over to it. What she got right now? Oh,
Yeah.
that was good. She had the one earlier with D'Lo, with whatever it was that was around his head, like a little tiara, and that was pretty precious.
I've got a lot of stuff. Well, hey, we
Yeah.
got to wrap up the roulette here. We got to get to some other stuff as well before we sign off. But we're so stoked that all of you guys joined us on this 100th episode. It was really awesome to have you all.
Stoked.
And hey, folks, get out there.
What's more difficult, 100th episode, doing all of them, or a 50-mile waterless stretch?
100 episodes. Well, I don't know.
That sounds way more difficult.
I don't think I've ever done I've never done a 50-mile waterless stretch.
Yeah, me neither.
How about listening to the 100 episodes?
Yeah.
That's the tough part.
100%.
Especially those first 10.
You know what? I'll actually say that no whatever disrespect or shade to my my trail show co-hosts, but this has been an absolutely fantastic episode to record, to have some of our former guests and friends on, and to be able to chit chat and have a good time. Definitely a great taping. So I thank all of you who are on, and all of you who have been on this evening for joining us for our 100th episode.
Yep. Agreed. Thank you, guys.
Amen.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
congratulations.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Hope to
Hey,
talk
next
to you
year-
all
Next year, I'm
time.
hoping Buck 30 wants to hike the Great Basin Trail, and if he does, we're gonna
Snuggle
share a
with him?
tent together, and then we'll do a little recording from there and let you guys hear it. I mean,
God, I hope my bosses aren't
audio.
listening. I hope my bosses aren't listening, but I'm definitely thinking about quitting my job sometime in the next year and a half and just hiking for like 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 months. So
I thought you were gonna say 6 to 10 to 12 years, but
hey, that'd be great
Years for like
too.
10 years.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start a Patreon.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Hey, I'm so
Go
glad that you
fund
guys
my
are doing-
hike.
It's so cool that you guys are on
Right,
episode
I
100.
kid.
Just thanks for all the stuff you guys have done for me personally. You guys are awesome. I've had some great friendships because of that, because of you guys, and and with you guys. So thanks for all the stuff you guys have done. It's been pretty great.
Oh,
So,
thank you, Dirt, man.
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Thank you, Dirt.
So many times.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. A bummer we can't do it in the house together. And
soon.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna have an in-person taping before we know it. We've got some vaccines coming down the line, and keep your heads high, people. We're gonna be returning to a time when we can hug each other and share our air.
And we can all hang out in the dirty shame together.
Yeah, pretty soon.
That's right.
Which one?
And just like get your
puppy.
It's Ziggy.
Look at Ziggy.
Who's the puppy? Where?
He's a little bigger than a puppy at this point.
Oh, wow.
Just don't make it weird when you guys discover that I've given up clothes. I took a vow of no clothes. Is that weird? Sorry,
Are you
guys.
Porky Pig in it
Shit.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, this hoodie I'm wearing, totally a Snapchat filter.
Nice.
Oh boy, good to know.
Right on.
All right, POD, do your thing.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on. Out of order. Do you want to play our hotline calls?
Sure, I can do that. Let's see here.
Yeah, let's go to the hotline. Come on, Triple O. You need to share a screen. What do we got?
Here we go.
Yo, Trail Show, Kathmandu from Daytona Beach, Florida. I never listen to your show, so I probably won't listen to the 100th. But hey, have a happy Thanksgiving, and everybody opt outside for Black Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kathmandu.
Yeah.
And then to go along with this nice wishing us a 100th show, happy 100th show and Thanksgiving, here's a caller.
Yeah, this here is Magoo. Yeah, I think this is WLEW, the thumb, sound of the thumb. I think I'm calling, is this the ladies line? I don't know there, eh? You guys are a bit south of me there. But anyways, I just wanted to send a nice little ditty out to Maud there. You know, she's been a good wife, and I'm out here on the ice, out there on the frozen pond, me and the dog sled there, eh? We're drinking up some lining, so all of us, even the dogs. And Maud's at home. She's making that gefilte pisk. And I guess I just wanted to send her out a song and just thank her so much for being there. You know,
I think he's got the wrong podcast.
I hope this gets to you guys. I don't know. These cell phones. I don't know if they're really doing anything there, eh? I think they got the COVID, but I don't know. So we'll be out here on the ice, waiting for the Packers to win. And I'll be out here screaming, "Go Pack, go!"
Could it be Bear Sweats?
All right. Hope you play this song tomorrow, there, eh?
Could it be Bear Sweats?
No, that was.
Man, I think he had the wrong podcast. I think.
Hey, you know what? Hashtag
Sweats?
gefilte fish.
Yeah, he said.
Was it Bear
the-
Sweats playing a
The
prank on
sound
us?
of the thumb, which is a reference to Michigan.
No, you know what? I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that they just gave us our hashtag for the show.
Gefilte
fish.
Yeah.
Telling
Gefilte
you.
fish.
I'm just throwing it out there because nothing else yet has quite presented itself. And
I think it
feel
was
like
a prank from Bear
Fish.
Sweats, man.
What else
What?
you got out of order?
I mean, if it was,
You mean a beautiful
here you
gift?
could compare it because Bear Sweats.
Those were
words.
They were
Bear sweats over here. So I'm sitting on the floor, and I look over there, and I got Peanut and Piglet spooning peanut butter and almond butter out of the jar. Bear Sweats, scooping down some Talenti there, and doesn't the food hate the green?
Talenti.
Good Lord.
Uh-huh.
Anywho, let's hope all those public lands get back to the public. And, yeah.
Yes.
On a side note, when I come out of the woods after taking a pee or a poop, and I see my children and the wife, I always give them the, "What are you girls doing here?" Peace and love. Bear Sweat.
Peace and love.
Oh,
Bear
man.
Sweats.
Wow.
And the whole crew.
And we got one last one.
Hey, Trail Show, Scouts on are calling to wish you a happy 100 episode. Great job. Thanks for all the fun, the laughs,
and all the good advice and tips. It's been super helpful, mainly for stuff that happens on the trail, but also for stuff in life in general, like the conversation last month about the internet and not getting too consumed by it, and great advice, and everything in moderation, right? The one app I cannot stop using, though, is the Trail Show app. It is absolutely fantastic. All the tip ideas and the different trips you can take. The one area that needs some improvement is the gear advice. Those reviews, they need some more. But otherwise, I love the Trail Show app. Great job. All right, again, happy 100.
Yeah, we'd encourage everybody to go onto the Google Play Store and onto the iPhone App Store and look for the Trail Show app immediately. And just keep looking and looking and looking, and you'll get there at some point, I swear.
Nice.
I have some waypoints on some really cool Puebloan sites, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, people,
Excellent.
those are incorporated on the Trail Show app. All of Mags is
They're embedded.
Yeah.
I think we've got all of Mags's GPS tracks on the Trail Show app for paid subscribers.
They're all there.
That's right.
For the Platinum Circle. If you go to our Platinum Circle, folks, you will get all the KML and GPX points that will give you like to the dime where all these archaeological and cultural sites are.
All of them. You know what we'll do? What we'll also do as a bonus is we'll throw in all of the geotagged locations for the most popular Instagram influencers. So you can go and recreate your own Instagram super viral pictures for yourself.
Hashtag super viral.
But only with the
Viral.
Platinum Circle. You get the free
Only with
version.
the Platinum Circle.
Free version, no.
No,
Platinum
not at
Circle,
all.
yes.
Platinum Circle is where it's at.
Remember, for the Platinum Circle, you have to click subscribe, smash the like button, and
Smash it.
and also hit the notification bell. Like,
That's
you gotta
right.
hit it really.
Otherwise, how will you know when there's new stuff?
But even better, if you subscribe to the Platinum Circle, you get D-Lo's exclusive backyard patio tips.
Yeah, the
And that comes
landscaping tips.
That comes complete with the tool encyclopedia, as well as the tips on how to use those tools, which is itself a $49.99 value.
Yes, and you learn all about lopers.
Yeah,
Lopers,
not loppers, definitely lopers.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna switch gears for a hot minute. I want to talk about the 000 through hike. And
oh
yeah, knows what I'm talking about. Shout out to Wesley Tills. He's on Instagram as @vagrant_Viking93. Go check him out. So he just completed what he calls the 000 through hike, which is a through hike of the Ouachita Trail, the Ozark Highlands Trail, and the Ozark Trail all together. Now, we have a co-host here on the show, trail named 000. 000, how could you not possibly be doing this 000 through hike right now? I mean,
I haven't even done one
you,
of them.
man. Dude, why aren't you on the trail?
I need to get out there. Or file a trademark claim or something. I need to protect my name.
Rock to buck 30.
I don't think you should take the adversarial approach here. I think what you need to do is like make some connections here, bring it together, and figure out how to incorporate his 000 hike with your 000 brand in a way that's synergistic.
Synergy.
000, when are you gonna start the trails? When?
I mean, it sounds like a lot of time in Arkansas.
Yeah, you'll be in Arkansas for a bit. Come on, man. It's named after you. You have to freaking do it. I mean,
by Missouri too. I mean,
did Lincoln go to every Lincoln city in America? No.
Wait, I'm sorry. Back up. Do we know that he
Did Washington even go to
Do we know
Washington
that he didn't?
State? No. What's the problem?
But was there one? I don't.
All right, I'm just shout out to Wesley Tills, Triple O. You've been given your marching orders.
Gauntlet thrown.
Let us know what you're doing out there. We
exactly.
expect some audio updates. Just keep us posted.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Dirtmonger's trying to say goodbye, but his audio.
Wait, I got
his dial-up connection's not working.
I gotta pin his video.
You gotta move the cursor.
His cursor's stuck again, ladies and gentlemen. Mags, he needs some tech support.
Yeah. Cool.
So you want to I
thanks
would
for
recommend you upgrade from Windows 3.1 to 95 that you're currently on, at least.
Thanks for joining us, Dirtmonger. It was awesome to see you.
Yeah, man. Great seeing you, bro. Glad having you on the 100th. POD, talk to us about Taco Apocalypse and the Gossamer gear.
I wanted to mention that for our gear giveaway for trail maintenance or packing out trash. Taco Apocalypse, aka Twigs, aka Frony Baloney, Brony Filoni, whatever he goes by. Anyway, we went online and found a spinner app, and we just entered everybody's name who participated and then hit spin. And he was the winner of the new Gorilla. He chose the yellow, the Gossamer Gear Gorilla backpack. And big shout out to Gossamer Gear for doing that for us. And they also sent a runner-up prizes to the next 4 people got bumpsters, which are the fancy word for fanny pack. And then they also sent out the bamboo spoons, which I'm a big fan of.
Mm.
And there was one guy.
Wow, that's a lot of ands.
Yeah.
One guy who packed out what Ian from Gossamer Gear is referring to as party panties.
Oh boy.
As well as a wet wipe with human feces.
Cover his ears.
Whoa.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna say, whether you won or not, I've always advocated playing the game Trash Pocket, and maybe it's not always a pocket you want to use, but anytime you pick up something and you take it out of our shared spaces and beautify the area by removing trash, you've won a point. Definitely in my book. Definitely.
Well, and actually, everybody who posted something got some sort of a little prize, however small. So yeah, congrats to those guys. I have a few more updates. I'm gonna see if I can get them to play.
POD, didn't we send some stickers to folks too? As second place shout outs kind of thing?
To who?
To people that came in.
Yeah, we did. Everybody who participated got something.
Okay. Very
good.
good.
POD, if you have trouble with the audio, I think Dirtmonger can probably help you.
He's an expert at this point.
Yeah, he's golden. Or our good friend the Iceman who did an ice raid. The Onion. He can help you with audio too. He's got great audio. Anyway, POD, what do you got? You want to play something?
Yes, I'm working on it. Okay, let's see if this works.
Disco POD and everyone there at the Trail Show. This is Swami coming at you from parts unknown, Mexico. And I just wanted to wish you all a big congratulations on reaching 100 shows and all the best for the next 100. Take care. See ya.
Thank you, Swami.
That was very nice.
Yep.
Beautiful. That was really beautiful.
Swami.
Yep, I got another one.
Heartfelt. More.
All right, everybody
Play
mute
more.
again.
Yep.
Soy un caminante bastante fuerte que me gusta de lo mejor. Por eso nunca escucho el Trail Show, ni para el cerveza, ni los tent steak reviews. A los senderos no me faltan, ando por donde voy y te canto para felicitarles en tu gran centenario. Ay, 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 trail show. Ay, caminantes de senderos largos. This is Fidget from her Odyssey, out for a walk along the beautiful edge of the Black Canyon in southern Colorado. Oh, that sounds good. Actually, that's a lie. I'm walking on a neighborhood trail along the North Fork of the Gunnison River. But yesterday, I was at the Grandmother Black Canyon. I just wanted to use this time to reach out to you guys and commend you on your stick-to-itiveness. Man, you have been bringing us so many laughs, so many dreams, so many just chats. Keep it up. Thank you so much for that. It's been tough adapting, I know. Just you all sitting at different places at computers with headphones on, rather than all together with the microphones always getting in the way, perhaps in the bed chamber down in Salida or up at the studios in Boulder, Colorado. But you're making it work, and you're setting aside the ease of being together in order to make things safer for the world. And man, am I feeling that right now as I sit bookended or bracketed by the 2,000 miles left to be covered in Central America, and then the 5,000 miles that remain ahead north of us in Canada. But right now, putting that aside and being in one place. And then coming to the realization that staying in one place doesn't necessarily mean staying inside. That made a big difference to my frame of mind. So I started to refocus, and instead of covering ground across the Americas, I started getting friends who'd never been backpacking out for their first trips. It was a great way to get to spend time with people in a time when you couldn't be in an enclosed space. And it was a really fun way to see the experience of backpacking through new eyes. Like getting excited about a squirrel and having an entire photo shoot over that. Or, to me, importantly, teaching them how to responsibly poop outside. Dude, humans need to learn how to do that more responsibly. Speaking of being a responsible backpacker, on an autumn trip with a friend for the first time, she was struggling with how cold it is camping at night. And so I wanted to impress her with the warm water bottle trick, but I only had my tall, skinny bottle. I didn't have like a Nalgene, so I poured boiling water into my Life water bottle, and we watch with the campfire in the background as the thing like warps and shrivels off to the side. I tried to play it off like it was some really cool backpacking magic trick, but she was pretty skeptical and added cold water, which was smarter than what I did. Even while I stay in one place and share the dream of being outside, I am still dreaming about running away onto a long distance trail. I have been eyeballing the Grand Enchantment Trail really hard ever since this last summer. And I know I don't get to decide when it happens, but you do what you gotta to stay alive. Like to keep the dream alive, to keep that spark alive in this time when you can't exercise it in the way that you're used to. And I think that's what stick-to-itiveness is. Even when things are failing, even when your legs are itching to hike and your brain is going haywire and you find yourself up at 2 a.m. scouring satellite images of faraway mountain ranges. Even when you're wondering if you have lost your mind, keep dreaming about the trails. Keep sharing the outdoors. Speaking of losing your mind, I have a question. What do you think about talking to oneself out loud? I mean, I'm kind of doing that right now, but actually I'm talking to Trail Show Nation, but still. And then what do you think about talking to oneself out loud in public places? Say where you know other people can hear you, but you don't really care. Well, I will take my answer off of the air. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys. Keep it dirty, Trail Show Nation.
All right, she posed a question. D'Lo, sounds like an Ask a Hiker kind of question.
I talk to myself all the time.
Out loud?
Out loud.
Really?
I don't really care.
No?
Yeah.
You gave
No,
up?
I don't care. Yeah, I mutter to myself in the grocery store. Talk to myself when I'm pacing out in front of the house. All the time.
Leo, is it true?
He
true,
is
Leo?
nodding
Yeah,
so
it's really true.
enthusiastically.
You know, my friend Trainwreck talks to herself constantly, and I love it.
POD, you've been talking to yourself a lot more in the last couple months, like out loud, I've noticed.
I have?
Yes. Yes. Like you'll be sitting on the couch and I'm like, are you talking to me? Like what's going on? You're like, no, just
I haven't even noticed that.
yeah.
You know, I think this is an interesting comment, observation, question, whatever, because I actually noticed recently that when I do talk to myself, it's almost always in the negative.
Like you're reprimanding yourself?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I feel like that's the voice that I use with myself is more like the Janae, get together. Janae, you should be doing this.
Yeah.
Janae, this. Janae, that. Like really, that's it, and man, I gotta admit that's kind of. But yeah, that's the kind of the truth though.
Yeah, my friend Trainwreck refers to herself as Doris when she's doing something stupid, and I love it. It's hilarious.
Doris.
P-Max,
Doris.
talk to
That's
yourself.
great.
So this happened yesterday. I'm thinking to myself, and Joan caught me moving my hands as I'm thinking. So I was having a conversation.
You're signing to yourself, basically.
Yeah, true story. And Joan's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I'm just thinking out loud.
I love it.
True. You can ask her. This happened yesterday. So why I'm thinking out loud and I'm doing that. But yeah, I always talk to myself.
Triple O,
With
are
sign
you a
language.
self-talker?
I mean, not out loud. Although special raises an interesting point. I think when it is out loud, it's usually negative, and that's something to think about for sure.
Yeah, isn't
And
it?
try and change.
Because I don't think of myself as a negative person, even personally self-negative or anything like that. I feel like I tend to be a very silver linings kind of a person. But it's interesting that when I do find myself speaking out loud to myself, that it's in that reprimanding tone. Damn, that makes me feel away, But hey, I guess maybe that's a lesson for me and for everybody else. Like, give yourself a break. What a year it's been. 100 episodes, but also 2020. What a trip. So
yeah,
here we are, almost to the close of this year, and I got to tell you, I'm feeling like humanity's about to have a nice upswing.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Fidget, thank you so much for that.
Yep.
We appreciate it. POD, did you have any others?
I have one more if we can do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It's 100 episodes, people.
And also thank you, Fidget. That was great.
Yeah. I especially loved the song.
Hello, my friends. I wanted to wish you a very, very happy birthday from fans for the show 100. And as we say, joyeux anniversaire. This is one kid, actually. And you have to know it's not easy at all to get a very strong French accent, even if I'm French, obviously. But it's not that easy. So yeah, I'm so glad to send you the update for the show 100. That's crazy. You've been doing awesome work for years. So really, congratulations for that. Just before I recorded another update, and I said the 50th show. So just to tell you how big it sounds. I mean, 100 trail show. That's awesome, and I'm so happy to be part of this community. Because it's so I mean, hiking is also a way to get closer to the natural elements, and it's so important right now to build
What?
environmental issues, and I think it's already part of the work you're doing. So thank you so much for all you do, and keep going like this. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear his voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Virgil, Moon Kid.
Yep.
Which by the way, he's got some film out, so check it out.
Oh yeah, and actually, he mentioned that film is going to have some English subtitles at some point. So, speaking of films, thank you, Moonkid, for that update and for those kind words. And one more little announcement. Speaking of films, Disco.
Oh, yeah. So last month, our good friend Quality asked about maybe putting a CDT video on Amazon, and he was referring to the documentary which I filmed 14 years ago, people. Not as actually much older than the trail show. So I actually decided, instead of putting it on Amazon and trying to make a buck, whatever, I actually upscaled it to 4K and uploaded the whole thing on YouTube for free. So if you want to check it out, I mean, just know that it's 14 years old and the CDT has changed a lot, but I'd like to believe that film captures a moment in time in 2006 when a whole bunch of us hiked the CDT. Paul Maggs, me, POD, Trader Jess, Maddie. You're going to meet a whole bunch of people in the film.
D-Lo's in the
D-Lo
film.
makes a cameo. The only person that didn't make a cameo, actually, the only two people was Triple O and Spesh. But it's all good. Just go check it out. Just go on YouTube, type in the documentary. It'll come up. It's an hour and 12 minutes. If you enjoy it, just hit the subscribe button. That's all I ask. It's there.
There may be more videos to follow.
I didn't make a cameo, but I did watch it before I hiked the CDT, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, it was very inspiring.
And because you watched it, you were able to complete the CDT with no problems, right?
Exactly.
I actually still have my CD of the documentary.
Hey man, you don't
that I got like literally, I think probably over 10 years ago now.
It's on YouTube in 4K, man. You don't have to have a DVD player anymore. You can use.
I mean, just for fun, I might go ahead and play it off the DVD.
No, you need to take that DVD with you on your next hike up to a high alpine area, and then you need to do something with that DVD that involves mud and falcons.
And I can totally on your DVD and fling it off a cliff.
Hey,
Disco,
that's
Disco,
not LNT, man.
But you know what? I love you so much that I will do a little bit less than Leave No Trace, and I'll take my documentary DVD.
Just pack it out.
I'll take it somewhere, and I'll take a poop on it, and I'll fling it off a cliff. And then because I'm OCD and I'm Leave No Trace,
you'll go pick it up.
I'll go pick it up.
I have a better idea. You should pack the DVD in your pack and use it as an emergency signal mirror.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
By the way,
trail tip.
I like that. I like that.
P Mags is in the documentary for more than a hot.
I am.
And
yeah,
that was
5
back
minutes
when
or so.
Mags, you had a lot more hair everywhere.
No, I've been balding since I've been 27, so I've been pretty much.
Hey, Mags, do you remember the first time that you met me?
Yes, I was with a certain well-known hiking guide, and you were on your way to Long's Peak, if I recall.
No.
I blew that one apparently.
Oh, well, tell us, Stoner. We're hanging on the edge here.
We're
no, the first. Do you remember taking a walk at the beginning of the Colorado Trail one time?
No.
For me, am I through hike?
No, not on a through hike.
I think Special is having an extra special moment.
Maybe I am.
Spark it up, bruh.
Hey,
Spark
do
it
you
up.
remember?
I apologize. I absolutely have no idea.
Max, do you remember that day, bruh?
Do you remember that day, bruh? Well, you may not, but like, tease me if you may, and it's fine. That's fine. That's cool. But no, I actually like Waterton Canyon, and I was like, you look familiar, and it was because I'd seen you on the walkumentary.
Okay.
Oh, no way.
I was like, you look familiar, and you're like, well, I have my little claim to fame or whatever. And I think it may have been at the beginning of the trail show, or it may have been before the trail show actually started, but it was way before I ever had conceived of anything about the trail show.
Oh, okay.
But I had watched the walkumentary.
I'm
because I had been seeking out all of the media about long distance hiking, and so I looked up Squatch's films, and I found the walkumentary, and I found Lion King's films, and I found these films by God, what's his name? I'm sorry, bleep. What was his name?
Yeah, please tell us all of the films that you found. I want to know every single one.
I found all.
List them.
But the
Pawnee
walkumentary.
Buchanan loop. You were on the Pawnee Buchanan loop, which Mag unfortunately made extremely popular. And D'Lo, tell the story. I mean, you guys were hiking on the Pawnee Buchanan one day, and like, hey, where did you guys hear about this? Hey, where did you guys hear about this?
Everybody heard about it on pmags.com, but they didn't even know they were on pmags.com. They were just on some website with the best 10 loop hikes in the Front Range of Colorado or something, and it was this Nantit Christ guy or something. Nobody really knew what they were looking at. They were just on the site, and there was all this stuff, and there was this beautiful prose, and they were just like, I wish there was maps. The only thing that's missing is maps and GPS waypoints and KML files. Everybody's very grateful for all of the wonderful flowing prose that led them out onto the trail, and they were sniffing flowers and frolicking and things. But they wanted GPS tracks. They wanted KML files.
That was 7 years ago, to be fair. It's not like a lot of people use GPS tracks as much then.
True. Times have changed.
Times have changed. And no one goes to websites anymore. Everyone goes to all trails. I mean, that moment has passed.
Anyway, folks, YouTube documentary, have fun. It's out there. Take a look. It's in a book, A Reading Rainbow. No.
I think it's time for us to wrap it up.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, is this it?
I think so. I think this is the part of the show where
We're all going to leave the call special, but you can stay on and talk to yourself.
No, I was just gonna do
be
this.
Nice. Be nice to yourself.
I was just gonna do this tent stake review.
Oh.
But,
can we table it till next month, maybe?
It's been a little long.
God, yeah.
No,
that's fine if we table it, because I was totally about to just make something up and wing it.
Okay, good.
So,
okay,
yeah,
perfect.
No, let's just table it.
All right.
Wrap it up.
We want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Big thanks goes to all our VIP guests. We had, of course, Mr. Paul Mignanti. We had Gummy Bear, the Bobby Walters, the Buck 30. We had All Good. We had Snorkel. We had
Onion.
Squatch. We had Salty. We had Clay Jacobson and Cliff Kip and Dirtmonger and Bobcat. Thanks to all for coming on the show tonight. Hey, thanks to everybody for listening. 100 episodes, 8.5 years in. You guys are still listening to the show. It's unbelievable.
Or not listening to the trail show.
Yeah, we don't encourage anyone to ever listen to the show. But we will give you a lovely new trail show sticker for a trail show donation of $15 or more at paypal.me/the trail show. You can always find us, of course, at thetrailshow.com, on Twitter at Trail Show, on Instagram and Facebook at The Trail Show. We're on the Stitcher app. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You know where to find us. Another Trail Show is come and gone, but don't fret. We'll be back in December for our Merry Christmas Spectacular. Full of beers, trails, and nonsense.
Christmas in a cup.
I'm actually going to dress up as Santa, so don't miss out on that.
Until then, for POD, D-Lo, Special 41, Triple O, P-Mags. I'm Disco. Ciao.
Ciao.
Adios.
Amazing.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay, I have something to say to Special.
Okay, let's hear it.
You need to use better language.
I need to use better. Do I curse too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do
I'm
curse too much.
so
You know
effing
what, Leo?
sorry.
Leo, you know what? He actually doesn't curse any more than your father. Your father just doesn't do it around you.